J98 Game of the Week. Park Hill Central Rebels in their navy blue home uniforms and the white letters with the red trim and the red helmets. And North County has got the white road jerseys on with the gold and yellow pants and the blue helmets with the blue letters with the gold trim on those jerseys. We're just seconds away from the opening kickoff. We're brought to you by Bill Best Insurance, your American Family Insurance agent. And did Central just win that coin toss?
Central did win the coin toss, and they are going to receive.
Okay, and also some more things that's going to be coming to you throughout the night. Again, updates from that St. John Valley game will be brought by Innovative Warehousing in Farmington, Lurk Custom Cabinets in St. Genevieve, St. John Golf Club, and Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Ernie Weiler in St. Genevieve. And we're also going to announce a Huck Chiropractic bone-cracking play of the game to one Central player. That we're going to announce that for Huck Chiropractic. I'm not going to pick that play. Huck Chiropractic is going to pick that play for one Central player, and we'll just announce that for them here tonight. So we're just seconds away from this opening kickoff. Central Rebels are going to start with the football, and that smash mouth offense is going to take the field first in this wet, soggy field.
Yeah, and that's what Corey Swice is looking for here. He's wanting to set a tempo with this ground and pound attack that he has set up here at the Central Rebels against this North County team, and makes this North County squad stop this high-powered running attack.
Derek Mitchell back to return for Central along with Daniel Marler, and the kickoff specialist for the North County Raiders is Mr. Jacob Whitwell, number 23, the senior. Central will be working left to right as we're also on J98 Web TV tonight at mymoinfo.com. So if you're watching on there, the Rebels are on the left side of your screen working left to right. North County will be kicking off from the right side from the 40 line. So North County huddled up at the 35. And again, Mitchell and Marler back to return this football. Week 2. Both teams come in at 0-1. Whitwell standing at the 30-yard line ready to kick this one deep. Here we go. He's on the run. He kicks it off. It's a low line drive kick. It's end over end. Takes one bounce, and it's picked up back at the goal line. Get up the middle on this return, and a wide open hole. See you later on the opening kickoff return. He is gone for the touchdown. Daniel Marler took that 99 yards, but a flag comes in late. Looks like a late hit, and we've got some fisticuffs out there on the football field. This seems to be after the play, but let's see if it brings back a touchdown. But as of right now, Daniel Marler with a 99-yard return on the opening kickoff.
Oh, Glenn, if that's against the Central Rebels, that's a shame because Daniel Marler was off to the races before anything. No, there's not even a North County Raider around.
So 3 different flags come out, all in that same area. Looked like a late hit. I know Whitwell was involved in that for North County. He was the one who came up kind of swinging after all that went down. And, this is several years of not playing each other, kind of all building up at one time. It's a personal foul against Park Hill Central, but the touchdown is good. It's after the play, so the penalty is going to be enforced on the kickoff. So the return is good. Central fans love that, and we are less than about 14 seconds into this ball game. A 99-yard kickoff return by Marler, and Central takes a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, Corey Swice said it was a great run. He's sick about that penalty. Even to start the game, you don't want any kind of extracurricular like that taking place.
99 yards, and his hole was just wide open right up the middle. Central blocked that perfectly. North County coming in from the right and the left, but not sealing up the middle of the football field, and Marler was untouched, 99 yards for the score.
Oh, when he saw that hole, he just took off, and there was no one even around for this North County squad.
So Central on for the extra point. Curtois is the holder, and Comfort will look to knock it through to make it a 7-0 lead for Park Hill Central. So they've already scored as many as they did last week, and now looking up that number to 7 points, and Comfort is going to knock this one through. It's a good extra point. 7-0 Rebels, 11:46 left to go in the first quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break and bring it back on Regional Radio.
Do you recognize this sound? Don't put yourself in that situation. Visit Barton Service in Deloge and get your vehicle in tip-top shape for warm weather. Barton Service will check your vehicle over and make sure you're never left with the sound of Again, that's Barton Service located on North Deloge Drive in Deloge, your warm weather vehicle specialist. That's Barton Service located in Deloge.
Gifford Lumber Company in Farmington.
Hi, this is Andy Eck with Gifford Lumber Company in Farmington. Did you know at Gifford Lumber we've got more than just wood? We've got tools, trash bags, cleaning supplies, and furnace filters. And did you know at Gifford Lumber we sell trash cans, wheelbarrows, plumbing supplies, and we even repair window and door screens? And did you know we sharpen mower blades, saw blades, and knives? We've got more than just wood at Gifford Lumber. Stop by and see us on Potosi Street in Farmington.
Hometown proud.
Well, other than a personal foul for a late hit on the Central Rebels, just about a perfect way to start this ball game. A 99-yard kickoff return by Daniel Marlar, and the Rebels lead 7-0. Now, the only setback there was that personal foul. So Central, rather than kicking it off on the 40-yard line, they're backing that sucker up to the 25-yard line on a 15-yard personal foul penalty.
Yeah, North County should start with fairly good field position right here. You know, Glenn, in pregame, you were talking about special teams, and we saw it start right off the bat.
Returners for the North County Raiders. Going to be John Stabenow back to return. Also, Whitwell is back to return. North County will be working right to left here. And we'll see their offense on the field before we even see Central's offense on the field. It's a low-line drive kick, takes a bounce at the 40-yard line, back to the 35, picked up by one of the up men and brought down at the 49-yard line. Great starting field position for the North County Raiders, but they trail 7-0.
He had a hole there for a split second, but it closed quickly.
Let's get to the starting lineups, which are brought to you by Midwest Convenient Care, and we'll start with the North County offense this time. Even though they did not win the coin toss, it is going to be Wyatt Compton, the junior quarterback, getting the start, and he is one heck of an athlete. He can run the football with the best of them. As he progresses into his junior season, we'll see if his passing game starts to come along. He'll be handing the ball off to Seth Nichols and Eric Thompson. Nichols, the tailback, Thompson, the fullback. We'll get you the rest of the starters here in just a bit. They'll line up with a 3-wide set, 2 to the right and 1 to the left. I formation. Compton is under center, and they'll hand it off to Thompson. Actually, fake the handoff, and Compton might have kept that. He did, and he's brought down immediately right up the middle for maybe a half a yard, if that, on the carry.
Big number 78, Jordan Elsler, had no part of that. He snuck that one out right away.
So Jordan Elsler with the tackle. No gain for Wyatt Compton on his first carry. Second down and 10 from right at the 50-yard line. So Compton 1 carry and 0 yards. How about those receivers? Caleb Warden, a senior wide receiver, number 5. John Stabenow, another senior, number 7. And Isaiah Smith is back today after being hurt last week. And another hand here up the middle. And again, nothing. This time it's Seth Nichols, and Nichols goes nowhere. 2 carries straight up the gut. Central teeth of the defense, stopping them in their tracks.
Well, I tell you what, Glenn, that time number 50, Blake Nephew, just blew up that offensive lineman and ran him right into that running back to shut that play down.
Blake Nephew is a beast. He was on our program on Tuesday, the Big River Broadband Football Roundtable, and he's a good kid, and he's making plays already here tonight. We're going to get you the starting offensive line: Seth Tiffenauer, Caleb Calloway, Dylan Parmley, Corey Gideon, and Drew Forbes along the O-line for North County. On third down, and Compton takes the snap, fakes a pitch out, and he's going to run it to the right. He's going to pick up about 7 yards before being brought down. A fourth down coming up, but on Central's side of the football field, we're already going to see what Coach McDowell wants to do on fourth down, and relatively short. We're looking about 3 or 4 yards here.
That was a nice run by Compton, but I tell you, that Central defense swarmed to the ball rather quickly.
It's going to be fourth down and 3, a 7-yard run for Compton. Got 7 yards on 2 carries. Looks like North County, no hesitation. They're going to go for the first down on 4th and 3 from the 43-yard line. Compton back under center with 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Actually, 1 right, 1 left, 3 backs in the backfield. They're going to pitch it out. This is Nichols. He's got the edge. He's going to get a first down. He's down the sideline. Cuts it to the outside, the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Into the end zone he goes. North County. Oh, he didn't get in. He's down at the 1-yard line, pushed out of bounds. So 32-yard run on 4th and 3 for Seth Nichols. And that's the way to get right back, answer Central's touchdown, and go right all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Boy, he had a lead blocker right out in front of him there and sprung it to the outside and just took it to the house. It just come up just a little short.
So first down and goal from the 1-yard line, thanks to that 42-yard run by Nichols. And North County comes back, and they're going to stack the backfield again, it looks like. Warden is split out right. Smith is out to the left. 3 backs in the backfield behind Compton. Compton will work from under center. First down and goal for 1. Compton takes the snap. Quarterback keeper up the middle, and kind of a stalemate here. Late signal, touchdown, North County. It's 7-6, pending an extra point. We could have a tie ball game.
Compton stretched that ball out just to get the nose of the ball over the goal line for that score.
Man, we are just a couple of minutes into this ball game, 2.5 minutes into it, and we're tied, or we could be tied after an extra point here, 7-7. Great first drive for the North County Raiders. A big fourth down conversion picked up by Seth Nichols. Now Thompson is on for the extra point to tie this ball game at 7 apiece. Here's the snap. It's a good one. That was there. The kick looks good. It's up and good. 7-7. We're all tied up. 9:31 to go first quarter. If the first few minutes of this ball game are any indication, we're going to have a good one in Park Hills tonight. 7-7. 9:31 left to go first quarter. We're back in a minute on J98.
When dad falls off the ladder, your son scrapes his knee, or you break out with a bad fever, Midwest Convenient Care is there when you need them.
This is Christy Cunningham. As a mom, I am so thrilled Midwest Convenient Care has opened a facility in Bonne Terre. As accident-prone as my family can be, it's nice to know that they're close in Farmington and Bonne Terre.
Midwest Convenient Care, located next to Lowe's in Farmington and behind Dairy Queen in Bonne Terre. Learn more at MidwestConvenientCare.com. Midwest Convenient Care, there when you need them.
Visit Talk of the Town in Bonne Terre, where you'll find all the convenience items you need and a friendly staff too. Fill up with gas at Talk of the Town, or fill up that hunger for lunch with something wonderful from the grill, including livers, gizzards, wings, and more. Talk of the Town is open from 4 a.m. until 1 a.m. Monday through Saturday, 4 a.m. till 11 p.m. on Sundays. Stop by and see why Talk of the Town is what everybody is talking about, just off Highway 67 at the Bonne Terre exit.
We're all even up at 7 apiece. 9:31 left to go first quarter. Central with an opening kickoff return for a touchdown, 99 yards for Daniel Marler. North County answers with a 1-yard touchdown run by White Compton. This time it's a low line drive kick. It's going to be picked up at the 20-yard line by Derek Mitchell. He's going to cut to the outside, and he's got some blocks in front of him, trying to get the edge over, but he cuts it back inside, and it's going to be bottled up at about the 29-yard line. About a 9-yard return. North County's special team swallows him up. Eventually a helmet comes off. And, man, these two teams acting like they just don't like each other out there.
So far, this game is living up to its billing. I mean, both of these teams are coming out, hitting each other, and actually have some great plays.
It was a 50-yard drive for North County to answer the opening kickoff return for a touchdown by Daniel Marler. Now we'll see Central's offense on the field for the first time. Again, starting lineups brought to you by Midwest Convenient Care. And starting quarterback is Hunter Curtois for the Central Rebels. He's a 6'2", 180-pound junior. He's going to line up under center with two receivers out to the right and split backs in the backfield. One of those receivers coming in motion to the slot. Here's a handoff to his tailback to the right. He's going to get about 3 yards on the carry, and that is Derek Mitchell. So Mitchell gets the first carry. The Central Rebel Smash Mouth offense will go to work. It's going to be second down. He got more than I thought. He got 5 yards on that carry, Mitchell did.
I'll tell you, Glenn, Derek Mitchell's a big kid. He's 6 foot, 220-pound running back and defensive end. He's a beast to bring down.
Second down and 5 from the Rebels' own 35-yard line. Under center again, here comes Curtois. So we mentioned Mitchell, also Reed Lucas in the backfield for the Central Rebels. And there's another handoff straight up the middle, pushing the pile as far as he can, not getting a whole lot. It is Derek Mitchell on the second straight carry. It's going to set up third down and short for the home team, Central Rebels. 4 yards for Mitchell there. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Once again, Mitchell, he just kind of looks like a Mike Allstott. He's such a big kid. He just compact low to the ground. He's just going to ground and pound it right in your face all night long.
DJ Buchanan and John Comfort are the split ends for the Central Rebels right now. Offensive line, Aaron Manford, Blake Nephew, David Dooley, Justin McWilliams, Jordan Elser. Under center on 3rd and 1, Comfort, play action pass, or Curtois rather. Pump fake, scrambles to his right. He has time, finally flips it out, and it's picked off the hands of a Rebel receiver. North County comes up with a pick, and then the ball comes out, and the initial indication is Central might have it. Now they're going to get it figured out. Now they're pointing North County's way. So the interception for the Raiders, then the fumble, and the blue and gold holds on to it. Raider gets the turnover.
And that's just a tough break. That's just a quarterback trying to force something downfield when there was perfect coverage by this defense of this North County Raiders defense.
Raiders already winning the turnover battle there. And again, they'll start in great field position. This time, they'll start at the 43 line. Remember, they started at their own 50, or their own 49, right on the other side of the 50-yard line on that last drive. We'll get to the Central defense here in just a bit. Again, brought to you by Midwest Convenient Care. 2 receivers and 3 backs. Wyatt Compton's going to pitch it out to Nichols. Nichols has a hole open up for him, gets a nice carry, and maybe a first down. Yes, he does have the first. Up near the 30-yard line to about right inside the 30, about the 29-yard line. First down run for Seth Nichols, about a 14-yard carry.
Oh, you're starting to see this North County offense spread the field a little bit and kick it to the outside with Nichols. I mean, Nichols had a 42-yard run to set up that touchdown earlier on.
56 yards on 3 carries for Nichols so far. Compton has the touchdown. He's got 3 carries for 8 yards in this ball game. North County with a first down and 10 at the 29. 7:40 left to go and a 7-7 tie at Park Hills Central High School. Wyatt Compton brings his team back to the line, and he will work from under center. 1 receiver right, 1 to the left. 3 backs in the backfield, and the handoff right side, and not much on the carry. And it looked like Nichols again getting the call.
That time number 38, Lucas Reed. Oh, I'm sorry, Reed Lucas. I'm sorry. Come in to make that stop. Good tackle by that linebacker.
One of those guys with 2 last names, but he's a baller, man. He is one heck of a linebacker. That was a 2-yard carry there for Nichols. He's up to 58 yards on 4 carries. Back to the Central defense, Jordan Elser, Blake Nephew, and Petey Bryan and Derek Mitchell along that defensive line. Austin Caldwell, Reed Lucas, and Daniel Marlowe, the linebackers. D-backs, DJ Buchanan, John Comfort, Cody Harrison, and Hunter Curtois. Another handoff up the middle. Wyatt Compton just turning around, handing it off to his talented backs. But, again, not much on that carry. It's bottled up quickly. He goes to his fullback, Thompson, on that one. It's going to be 3rd down and about medium here.
The whole defensive line for the Central Rebels were all over that play.
3rd and 7 as Thompson just picks up a yard. With 6 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Back to the line, Compton. 1 receiver left, that's Smith. 1 receiver right, that is Mr. Warden. There's the pitch out, and it's left. Hesitation on this carry by Nichols. Nice spin move, gets him up close to the first down marker. He's up to about the 25-yard line. He's going to be a little bit short, but from the looks of the play, it was looking like he was going to lose yardage. He did a good job waiting for his block and getting some positive yards.
That's just it, Glenn. He had some good patience there because he had nothing. He turned it into some positive yards, like you said.
So it'll be 4th and 5. That's just a 2-yard carry there for Nichols. But, again, it could have been a loss of about 4. So North County, again, no hesitation. They're going to go for it. They converted on a 4th and 3 on their first drive. They would go on to get a touchdown run from Wyatt Compton after a 42-yard run from Seth Nichols. Let's see how 4th and 5 goes for North County. Wyatt Compton, we haven't seen him work from the shotgun yet today. Under center mostly. 3 receivers. And he's going to drop back to pass. Straight drop back. Wants his man on a slant. A big hit, but he holds on to it. That's Caleb Warden on the catch. And he jumps up and chirps about it as he held on through a big hit.
Oh, and he should have jumped up and chirped about it because I tell you, that was a heck of a hit by that defender right there. And how he held onto that ball is simply amazing.
So that is a 15-yard reception, Compton to Warden. And North County's offense is churning here in the first half. 2 great drives to start this ball game. First down and 10. I think that they can still get a first down inside the 1-yard line, the Raiders can. And they'll go to the I formation with 3 receivers. Stabenow and Warden right, Smith to the left. Here is Compton with a handoff up the middle and absolutely nothing. Compton sticks that arm in there to the fullback and then pulls it back out, faking like he's still got the football, but the Rebel defense had nothing of it.
I tell you, so far, this Wyatt Compton, that was a nice pass that he threw to Warden there for that 15-yard reception.
Thompson picks up a 2-yard carry. That was a nice slant route. It was a nice route, and it's just a brilliant catch. Everything worked pretty well. Compton kind of let him into that big hit, but, man, Warden sure made a great catch on that ball.
Well, sometimes it's what you got to do when you're crossing the middle.
That's true. 2nd down and a goal from the 8-yard line, or 2nd and 8, rather. Here's a play fake. Compton's going to roll out. He's going to get sacked. Ball comes out. Central's got the football. And the turnover battle's all tied up at 1 apiece. Picking up that football was Austin Caldwell after a big hit on Wyatt Compton. 2 defenders came free, and the ball comes loose.
Well, there for a second, it looked like that Central defender was going to pick that ball up and take off, and just out of nowhere, this Raider come out and just leveled him.
Well, if he could have got if Caldwell could have got a clean touch to the football, I think he bobbled a little bit, and that slowed him down and allowed tackle. Timeout on the field. It's a 7-7 ball game. 4:24 left to go. First quarter. We are back in 30 seconds on J98.
Hi, this is Mary Lee, owner of Earth Mother Health Foods. Did you know we're the largest, most complete health food store in Southeast Missouri? You know, if you're feeling tired, maybe you need to be on a good vitamin. We invite you to come into Earth Mother and get a free sample of a vitamin that you can feel the same day you take it. Now, stop by Earth Mother Health Foods. We have 3,500 square feet of products to meet your health care needs. That's at Earth Mother Health Foods, 220 East Harrison in downtown Farmington, 573-756-7852.
Well, each team has turned the ball over, and each team has scored. Central Rebels on a 99-yard kickoff return from Daniel Marler. The North County Raiders on a 1-yard touchdown run from Wyatt Compton. But Compton has also fumbled the football, and the Central Rebels have it. 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line, 4 minutes and 24 seconds to go. North County was driving on Central before Wyatt Compton fumbled that football after a play fake. He dropped back to pass, and he had 2 defenders just right on top of him before he could do anything.
And we talked about it, who can hold on to the ball. And so far, turnover battle has just kind of been the issue here.
Central Rebels with 2 split ends, Buchanan and Comfort out to the left. Buchanan comes in motion and a handoff to the fullback from the quarterback, Hunter Curtois, and nowhere to go up the middle. All the white jerseys converge. Still need to get to the rest of that Central or the North County defense. Eric Thompson, Corey Gideon, Drew Forbes, and Shane Phillips along the D line. Drew Forbes, the sophomore. Shane Phillips, junior. Gideon and Thompson, the seniors. Garrett Kaufman, Trevor Mason, Tristan Rosa, and Tyler Curtis, all your linebackers. And then Jacob Whitwell and John Stabenow, the corners, with Wyatt Compton playing safety in this Raider defense. 2nd down and 7 for Central. Ball to the 25-yard line. 3 backs in the backfield. They'll hand it to the third man through in a big hole. This is Mitchell getting the first down, and he just lowered his shoulder and popped those Raider defenders. That's a first down run, Derek Mitchell.
Yeah, Central come out with a 3-back tight formation there and just did power football, and Mitchell just followed his 2 backs in front of him right up the middle. Nice gain.
So a first down run. The ball put at the 36-yard line of the Central Rebels. Got an 11-yard carry there. Back to the line they go, and they are just working with the full house backfield here. Got the 2 ends on the line, and they got the 2 wing backs as well. Now Hunter Curtois has to correct his formation. Now they go to the I formation, and the defense is going to jump off sides here. North County is number 24. Tyler Curtis jumps across, and that's going to give Central another 5 yards.
The play from before, Curtis got into it with a Central player. They're just kind of a little late after curricular activity. I think Curtis was just trying to get a little bit ahead of the game.
So first down and 5. Now the ball put at the Central 41-yard line. They started this drive at the 22, and they made quick work of about 19 yards there. 3 backs directly behind the quarterback. Curtois stands it through to the third man. It's Derek Mitchell. Derek Mitchell rumbling all the way up to the 40. Spins off a tackle up to the 38-yard line of North County. That's a 21-yard carry by Derek Mitchell. Another first down for the Central Rebels, and now the Rebels are moving the football. This ball game has been entertaining, to say the least, here in the first quarter.
That 3-back set's just hard to stop right now. Some big guys coming at you downhill.
We'd like to welcome the AM 1400 KGF listeners that are joining us here on regional radio now as Windsor falls to St. Mary's this evening. 3 backs in the backfield directly behind the quarterback, Curtois. A handoff to the third man through. It's Mitchell, and Mitchell's going to get some positive yards off tackle to the left side. Not a whole lot to work with there as Curtis and a few other Raiders come in to make the stop. 2:45 to play. It's going to be about a gain of 2 there for Derek Mitchell. He's had carries of 11 and 41 yards on this drive. 2nd down and 8 at the North County Raider 36-yard line. Each team has turned the ball over once. North County on a fumble. Central on an interception from Hunter Curtois. In fact, the only time Courtois has passed, it was picked off. Courtois bobbles the snap here. We might see that all night tonight, and he's just going to have to keep the football and eat it, and he's going to lose about a yard. Possibly a handoff was anticipated on that play, but as soon as he bobbled it, he just had to make sure that he didn't cough the football up again.
Oh, and he had a North County Raider come breathing down his neck quickly on that. He did all he could just to pick that ball up and get back where he was.
Ends up being a loss of a yard for the Central Rebels, so not what you want to see, but it could have been a lot worse. It's a 3rd down and 9, and we might see the second pass of the night from Hunter Courtois, or the way Derek Mitchell's been running the football, maybe you just feed him and you're working in 4-down territory here. 1:40 and counting left to play in the first quarter. 2 receivers will flank out to the left side, split backs in the backfield. Courtois sends Buchanan in motion from left to right, and he's going to get an in round. It is Buchanan. Nice hole opens up for him. He's going to dive forward to about the 30-yard line. It's going to be a little bit short of a first down, but it's going to set up 4th and very short, and I would expect Central to go for this all the way.
It was a nice play. He come around and followed his big tight end. Opened up a nice hole for him to pick up a nice run there.
7-yard gain for Buchanan on the end around, 4th down and 2. No hesitation whatsoever for Coach Schweiss. You know, the rain hasn't been falling down since we've started this ball game, so the field is wet, but as far as rain coming down, no problem as of yet. 57 seconds left in the first quarter. 3 backs directly behind Courtois as they stack the line. 2 tight ends up on the line. And the snap. Courtois hands it to the first man through. Should be enough for the first down as a second effort is going to move the chains for the Central Rebels.
They had a good line surge there by the Central Rebels to get that first down.
Carrying that football, I believe it was Reed Lucas on the carry. Gets his 2 yards needed. First down and 10, 26-yard line. Central continues to move the football and really milk this clock in the first quarter. Could be one of those games that go by relatively quickly with not a whole lot of passing going on. 3 backs in the backfield again for Courtois. And the Courtois is going to hand it off to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to try the left side and he's going to be brought down. Thompson in on the tackle, along with a few other Raiders. Trevor Mason being one of them, number 8, the junior linebacker. Mitchell's powerful running has helped Central move the chains on this drive. Started all the way back at the 22-yard line.
He's a beast. He's a beast to bring down. Big kid.
We do have a flag on the field. Personal foul against North County. So there's another 15 yards for you, Central Rebels, and you're going to be set up really good here with 30 seconds on the clock in the first quarter.
You know, those personal foul penalties, just what irks a coach. I mean, that's just nonsense penalty right there.
As soon as we get a break in our action, we've got an update ready to go from Luke Turnbull from the St. Genevieve and Valley game. So personal foul, unnecessary roughness against North County. First down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Lucas directly behind the quarterback, Courtois. He's going to hand it, though, to the 3rd man through. He's going to try the right side and get maybe a yard on the carry. That's Daniel Marler. First time we've So Marler for 1 yard sets up 2nd down and 9 from the 10. That's likely going to be the last play of the first quarter with a 7-7 tie, but Central knocking on the door on North County's side of the field. Let's go to Luke Turnbull for an update from St. Gen and Valley.
Well, the St. Genevieve Dragons are making this a football game here at Father Dempsey Field, the home of the Valley Warriors. It's the Battle of St. Genevieve, and the Dragons strike in the offensive category. A 48-yard drive, and they scored with 23 seconds to go in the first half. It was a 28-yard run by quarterback Matt Drury into the end zone. Drury also had a 10-yard run in that drive, but St. Genevieve went for 2, of course, with wet field. And as that didn't happen, they couldn't get the ball across the end zone for 2. So now it's an 8-point ball game. The Valley Warriors lead the St. Gen Dragons 14-6. We have 23 and a half seconds to go in the first half of this football game.
And here in Park Hills, the Central Rebels have driven the ball all the way to the 10-yard line of the North County Raiders. A 68-yard drive so far. If they can get 10 more and pop this one into the end zone, they'll have a one-score lead. So the Central Rebels with a nice drive. North County Raiders have put together a couple of nice drives, but they turned it over on their last one. So we're seeing the offenses of the football here tonight.
Well, we are. And I tell you, they've done a really nice job. But, just like you said, the turnovers are killing them. And that's what we talked about in pregame, who can hold on to the football. And so far, both teams are even on the turnover.
12 minutes put up on the clock for the second quarter. By the way, those Luke Turnbow updates are brought to you by Jokers Incorporated in St. John, M&L Electric Inc. in St. John, Bank Bloomsdale, Farmers Mutual Insurance Company in St. John, and Creative Touch in St. Genevieve. Second down and 8, they'll call it, from the 10-yard line as they change sides of the field. Now Central Rebels are working right to left. North County will go left to right. Rebels knocking on the door to get one in the end zone. And this first time that these two teams have played since 1999 here tonight.
Just witnessed they're at that break. The official called together 2 players, one from North County, one from the Central side. Had a little come to Jesus meeting and said, hey, you know what, guys, you need to settle down. Let's have a good hard-fought game, but let's keep it clean.
There's been a lot of extracurricular activity going on, a lot of late hits, and these guys are getting real chippy with each other. We said it in pregame. They've been waiting a long time to play this ball game. 3 backs, again, directly behind the quarterback, Curtois. He's going to hand it off to the left side. It's Mitchell trying to get the edge, and he's going to lose yards. Back to about the 11-yard line. Mitchell goes backwards, and it's going to be 3rd down and long at the 11.
Number 44, Garrett Kaufman on the stop. Good defensive stop there.
3rd down, 9 yards to go. And again, Central can still get a first down here without getting it in the end zone if they can get it inside the 1-yard line. But if you're going to get it that close, you might as well punch it in, right, Dennis?
Oh, I say go for it all. Punch it in.
The backs, again, stack up behind the quarterback, Curtois, Lucas, Holloway, and Mitchell. 2 tight ends. Here is a handoff to the left side, and trying to break through but not getting a whole lot of room is Mitchell. And that'll be 4th down and medium inside the 10-yard line for the Rebs.
That time Mitchell got a little, about another 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards. That defensive man just kind of slung him forward. So Mitchell needs to thank that guy for help pad his stats a little bit.
Yeah, what should have been about a 2-yard gain ends up being 4 or 5 on the carry for Mitchell. And 4th down and 5 from the 5-yard line. Central needs to get inside the 1 for a first down, obviously inside the end zone for a touchdown. It's Holloway, Lucas, and Mitchell in the backfield. Lucas right behind Curtis, then Holloway, then Mitchell. It's a pitch out to Mitchell. He's going to try to power himself into the end zone, pushing the pile all the way down to the goal line. Did not get in. He's short, down to about the 2. So North County is going to take over on downs. But, Dennis, they're going to be backed up. So still a good call for Coach Schweiss to go for it there.
Oh, it was. When you have a slick surface like that, you don't know if your kicker is going to be able to quite put it in. Let your defense come in, maybe possibly get to safety. I mean, you never know with the handoff center quarterback exchange.
So on 4th down and 5, Mitchell picks up about 3. He needed 5, and turnover on downs, North County football. But now here, again, wet conditions could come into play. If you fumble a snap down here, you're basically giving 6 points to the other team if you can't fall on it.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And, Central Sick, they're inches away from punching it in for a score, and that just got to stink if you're a running back there for the Central team.
Ball will be spotted at North County's 4-yard line, so the Raiders are going to have to drive the length of the field 96 yards. At the very least, what you're looking for here, Dennis, is just to change that field position back the other way. If you have to punt, so be it, but make sure that field position gets turned over a bit.
Right now, North County just need to hold on to the football.
Compton will come under center. 2 backs in the backfield. They'll work from the I formation. 2 receivers split out to the right. Compton will pitch it out to the right side, and his man trying to get the edge, and he is blasted immediately. In fact, he might have gone backwards on that one. Nothing working there for the North County offense.
You saw the linebacker for this Central Rebel team just swarm out there and make a nice play.
So we've got another update ready to go from Luke Turnbow coming up here shortly. We'll do that next break in the action that we can take. 1st down and 10. 2nd down and 11. Actually, after Nichols loses a yard in that play. Stabenow and Smith, the receiver, split to the right. And I formation again. North County is backed up their own 3-yard line. Hands off to Nichols, the second man through it. Again, he is belted immediately. going up the middle on this Central defense is not working for North County.
Right, 38, Reed Lucas on the stop. He had no part of letting them get through on that play.
So Nichols with 2 carries on this drive, and he's got about negative half a yard to show for it on those 2 carries. But Nichols has carried the ball nicely today, but most of his offense has come from the outside. But you don't want to go east and west too much down here by your own goal line.
Oh, you're down by the goal line. You need to get that ball straight up the field because the speed of this Rebels defense can get out there and put a stop on you quickly.
So right now you're in dangerous territory if you're North County. 3rd down and 11. I think, Dennis, you just kind of got to sit on the football here and not make a big mistake. On 3rd and 11, and they are going to pitch it out to the left side. He'll just take it back towards the middle, get himself out of the end zone a little bit. Still nothing on the carry. He's brought down immediately. It's going to be 4th down, about 10 yards to go here. But, you know, if you're North County, you took care of the football, live to fight another day, punt this sucker away.
Well, the thing is, your punter's going to be punting from the back line. So, you know, if you're the Central Rebels team, I'd be going all out blitz, going for it.
Nichols carried the ball 3 times on that drive, negative 1 yard. So not much doing there. But if you don't have much room to work with down in your own goal line, it's tough work against the Central defense. Central late getting some returners into the ball game. They finally get him out. It is number 9, Cody Harrison. Here we have a fumbled snap, it looks like, and what do we got?
Snapped it over his head.
Into the end zone.
Yeah.
Safety.
That's something else you have to go for. We talked special teams earlier on, and right now special teams has been a huge part of this game.
Back to return was Cody Harrison. They didn't need him to take the football. The snap goes over the head of the punter, and 2 points go Central Rebels' way. It's 9-7 with 8:28 left to go in the first half. Why don't we go ahead and get you that Luke Turnbow update, then take a 30-second break on J98.
Well, the St. Genevieve Dragons has cut the lead to 2 now on the Valley Warriors in the Battle of St. Genevieve. It was 3 plays for 49 yards, and the big play, a 49-yard pass to Jacob Rowe from Matt Drury into the end zone. Was scampered for the touchdown. That made it 14-12. The Dragons went for 2. That didn't work out, so now it's a 2-point lead for the Valley Warriors, 14-12 over the St. Genevieve Dragons. We're in the 3rd quarter, 8:56 to go in this football game.
Kerry Buckley Towing and Recovery in Park Hills at 431-2117 or 756-4563 offers 24-hour towing and wrecker service. Kerry Buckley and his employees pride themselves on providing quick and reliable towing, winching, lockouts, jump starts, and roadside service for cars and trucks, as well as towing and wreck recovery for tractor trailers. From big to small, Kerry Buckley Towing and Recovery does it all. Call 431-2117 or 756-4563 for dependable 24-hour service from Kerry Buckley Towing.
After the safety, we get a free kick from County. It's picked up at the 35-yard line and brought up the middle by Callaway. Another big hole opens up, but then as he gets across the 50 to about the 46-yard line of North County, he'll be bottled up. And a good start here for Central. Already up 9-7. Now they get the ball back. You get the 2 points and the football after that big safety on the punt that had the snap fly over the punter's head.
That's just it. You're that backed up in your end zone. Your center's a little nervous because he's got a huge defensive lineman right over top of him. So that's a lot to ask on a young snapper.
We want to thank May Personal in Farmington, ProCare Automotive in Bonne Terre, Benning Ford in Fredericktown, Earth Mother Health Foods, and Braden May Concrete in Farmington for sponsoring broadcast tonight. 9-7 Central lead with 8 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the first half. Lucas, Holloway, Mitchell are the backs for the Central Rebels. They like to mix that up. Here's a handoff, and up the middle they go, and North County bottles it up after about a 3-yard gain. Third man through gets the carry on that one.
This Central team, they have the 3 backs in, but they're tight. It's a tight formation. Their offensive linemen are feet to feet. I mean, that's a lot going towards you if you're a North County defense.
That was Marler getting that carry, and he picks up about a 3-yard gain. Marler has 2 carries in the game so far. 4 yards to show for it. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Now Central's going to split out 2 receivers to the left. Comfort, and then number 73, actually two more to the right. Spread offense look here for the Central Rebels. Play fake, and Kurtox is going to go deep. He's got a man wide open. He hits him at the 10, and he's in for the touchdown. Central Rebels spread it out, and they go for a big pass play for a touchdown. Mud on the jerseys. Hard to tell who caught it. Let me see if I can get that figured out for you as he comes to the sideline. Is it Marlar? Yes, it is.
30, Daniel Marlar.
Daniel Marlar. So he's had two big touchdown plays in this ball game, and Central, how about that, spreading it out for a touchdown?
I tell you, after seeing the tight formation, they come out and they spread it out and wide open down the field for Marlar.
That was a 43-yard touchdown pass to Marlar. First completion of the ball game for Kurtois. And Central now leads 15-7. The extra point, Comfort will kick it up, and it is good. So the score, 16-7 with 7:30 left to go in the first half. Central Rebels has opened up a 9-point lead. We're back in 1 minute on Regional Radio.
Midwest Orthopedics Group with Dr. Scott Van Ness and Dr. Christopher Sloan are orthopedic surgeons and podiatrists who offer total joint replacements, arthroscopic surgery, carpal tunnel, fracture care, workman's compensation cases, foot care, and surgery. And new patients are welcome. All surgery and care done locally in Farmington. That's Midwest Orthopedics Group, just down from Buffalo Wild Wings in the Midwest Professional Building in Farmington. Midwest Orthopedics Group.
The new generation, Hoods, Discount Home Center. Custom countertops, vanities, cabinets, and doors.
Furniture, tools and paint, electrical and hardwood floors.
Plumbing and lighting, windows and tile.
If you're building or remodeling,
we've got what you need on every aisle.
Buy it for less, we save you money. Buy it for less
at the new generation, Hoods, Discount Home Center.
43-yard touchdown pass goes to Daniel Marlar from Hunter Kurtois after a play-action pass from the spread offense, and the Central Rebels open up a 16-7 lead. 7:30 left to go in the first half. Coach Schweiss changing things up a little bit.
You know, the North County, this Raider defense was getting right up on the ball, and he made the decision to spread it out, and it paid off.
Low line drive kick picked up by Whitwell, but bobbled at the 15-yard line. Makes a man miss. He's up to the 30 and up the sideline. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 50 after hurdling a man. That's a pretty good return by Whitwell up the sideline, but then another late flag comes in.
And we saw almost like a Jerome Simpson kind of move, hurling the guy there. What a heads-up play.
So, again, this is another penalty after the fact. We'll see who's going to get backed up on this one in the area of a personal foul type of thing, but it could also be a hold on North County. We'll just have to see and figure out what the officials call on this. It is personal foul. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty on North County. It goes against the return team. So instead of starting at the 51-yard line, the officials will spot the ball well behind that. Gifford Lumber Company in Farmington brings you this ball game along with Midwest Convenient Care in Farmington, Bonne Terre, Discount Home Center, Show Me Rent-A-Own, and Buckley's Towing in Park Hills.
So far, I think that's most of our penalties do not have been just personal fouls.
Yeah, we did one offside on the North County defense. Other than that, I think it was 3 personal foul penalties. I think that's the second one on North County. The other one was on Central.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll back up the Raiders with 7:22 to play in the first half. North County's going to start. Oh, now they're going back even further. They had it spotted at the 32. Now they're going to push it back to about the 26-yard line, it looks like. So North County is going to have to go 74 yards to score. After Central took a 7-0 lead, North County answered back 7-7. It's been on Central since then with a 9-0 run for the Rebels.
Well, the officials are trying to get it hashed out here. It looks like they're actually starting at the 31.
They start from the 32, go back to the 26, and now it's up to the 31-yard line before they have it figured out.
And no, these aren't replacement officials.
Not quite mid-season form, though.
No. They're doing a fine job, though.
And now they're going to move it again. They're going to move it again up to the 36-yard line.
Now he's back to the 34.
That's the 5th time they moved the football. 34. Is it the 34? Are we sure? Okay. Let's go with it. 34-yard line. North County Raiders come back to work on offense. Wyatt Compton will work from the shotgun this time. They'll spread out the Rebel defense, and Compton with the option run. He's going to take it to the left side, shakes a tackle, and he's going to be horse-collared after he gets about a 6 to 7-yard run up the middle. Great run because he had nowhere to go.
That was a great play by Compton because Central had the blitz coming. He diverted from that and picked up a nice run. We saw his running skills right there on that play.
Man, that should have been a no gain at the very least for the Central Rebels, but his athletic ability alone got him 7 yards up the middle on the run. He got 15 yards on 4 carries here tonight. 2nd down and 3 their own 41-yard line. North County has shown they can football tonight. That's not been the problem, but little mistakes here and there has kept them from really shining in this game so far.
Well, the personal foul penalties, I mean, they started way back.
Split receivers, 1 left and 1 right. Compton drops back to pass. A perfect strike on a curl route out to Warden. Warden's got the catch at the 49 and is across the 50 to the other side at the 49-yard line and a 1st down. Got a 10-yard catch.
Compton's passing skills have really impressed me so far tonight. I mean, had that nice pass earlier on, and that right there was on the mark as well.
It's a 10-yard reception. Warden has 2 catches for 25 yards in this ball game. And you're right, that was a timing pattern. As soon as Warden turned around, the ball was right there in his hand. 1st down, move the chains and keep things going. With 6 minutes and 29 seconds left to go in the first half, we've got another officials timeout. We've got ourselves a 16-7 lead for the Central Rebels. We'll keep it right here, though, and that'll give me time to let you know that Midwest Orthopedic Group in Farmington, American Family Insurance Agent Bill Best in Park Hills, and Mineral Area College to bring you this broadcast. We've had some pretty good drives in this ball game as well. A 50-yard drive from North County, and then a 42-yard drive from Central. Our candidates for our big drive of the game, which is brought to you by ProCare Automotive in Bonne Terre.
No, Glenn, we were talking about how the fans come out to support this community. You look on the North County sideline, just standing room only all the way down the field, and it's the same on the Central Rebel sideline. It even wraps around the end zone. So this is a great rivalry that you're bringing back to both these teams.
Congratulations to the Fredericktown Blackcats, who won earlier today over Hillsborough 42-14. Grandview won yesterday big, 44-12 over East Prairie. Last check of the Farmington ball game at halftime, they were just absolutely blasting Trinity Catholic on AM 800 KREI. Windsor Falls to St. Mary's tonight. Compton's going to hand it off to Nichols, a good hole for him, and he's going to get himself close to a 1st down, about a 9-yard carry or so, depending on where they spot him. Looks like he'll get to the 41-yard line, so give him 8 yards on the carry for Nichols.
It's a nice run by Nichols. He was nice and patient, didn't really open up his accelerator yet until he saw the hole open up. Then he turned it up and picked up a nice gain.
67 yards on 9 carries so far for Nichols. He's done a great job. He was robbed of a touchdown being pushed out of bounds at the 1. Compton kind of snaked that one away from him, getting a goal line carry. 3 backs in the backfield. 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left. Compton under center. He'll take the snap and drop back to pass. He's going to hit his man. Another curl out on the other side of the football, or of the ball field. This is Smith. Smith will get it up inside the 30 to about the 27, 28-yard line. And Compton again doing it with the pass. Timing route again. He hits it perfectly.
That was another nice pass. They were talking about having Compton beat him with the run, and so far he's showing that he can move the ball.
Yeah, that he's got that capability at least. He needs to do it for an entire drive and put one in the end zone here, but so far in this drive, so good. That 13-yard reception for Smith. Compton is 3 for 3 in this ball game so far. First down and 10, 28-yard line. North County football. Warden out right, stabbing out to the left. 3 backs in the backfield. Compton under center. Here's the snap. Handoff left side. Nichols. Nichols shakes him and spin move. Still on his feet. A big hit. Maybe a crown collision of the game right there as he gets blasted from behind. Reed Lucas, I'm telling you, is all over the field. But it's still not a bad run there by Nichols, considering what he had to work with.
Yeah, you're talking about Lucas me off the air saying, he is a beast at that linebacker position. And, man, he sure is. He played one heck of a hit.
Got a 4-yard carry there for Mr. Nichols, and North County gets it a little bit closer. We're under 5 minutes to play in the first half. 2nd down and 7. Raiders trail 16-7, looking to get a little bit closer on the scoreboard. Warden out right. It is Smith out to the left. 3 backs in the backfield. Compton is under center. He's going to drop back pass, clean pocket. He's going to fire it on the left side and incomplete. A great play by the defensive back to jump up and knock that away. Another penalty, though, after the fact comes in the backfield. Looked like some late pushing and shoving going on.
That was a great play by the defensive man there, Hunter Curtois, to jump up and knock that ball away.
It was Wyatt Compton just trusting his receiver on a jump ball, and Hunter Curtois wins the jump ball and knocked it away. But we had a defensive lineman and an offensive lineman going at it after the fact, and it is on North County for another personal foul. That's going to back them up again, and North County's losing the penalty battle now, I think 5-1.
I know these kids get a little frustrated if something doesn't go their way, but, Coach Jeremy McDowell's going to have to settle his team down a little bit and say, listen, guys, I want you to go hard until that whistle blows, but after that whistle, you need to stop.
You want your team to play with a certain amount of intensity, but you kind of got to draw the lines somewhere and remember just not to hurt yourself with stupid mistakes. And so far, North County's hurting themselves a little bit. They backed the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Second down and about 25 yards to go. Yeah, they'll need the 20-yard line. So 2nd and 22 is what they'll call it. Guess they'll need the 18-yard line, it looks like. So second down, 22 yards to go. Ball at the 40. North County goes to work again. Split receivers. They'll pitch it out. Nichols is going to get the carry. Another nice hole following his block. He's up across the 30 to the 20. One man to beat to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown and a little showboat at the end. A flag comes in on that, and I wonder if they're going to get him for taunting on that, Dennis.
Oh, I'm telling you, that was a nice run, though. He showed his speed to that outside. Will the touchdown stand?
Well, if it is taunting, the touchdown should stand. It is a 40-yard touchdown run as it stands right now. It is unsportsmanlike conduct on the North County Raiders, but a 40-yard touchdown run for Seth Nichols. And what a wild game this has been with all the crazy penalties, big plays. I mean, you can tell these teams just really have been looking forward to this ball game. I don't want to say some hatred for each other, but man, they just really want to go at it tonight. So the touchdown will stand, and another penalty that's going to be enforced after the fact. It is a touchdown. North County Raiders 16-13, and then the Raiders want to go for 2 or kick that extra point.
Boy, right there, Glenn, we saw speed kick it to the outside. Even got hit by a defenseman. Bounced off that tackle and just kept on turning. And, man, it's just good hard running there by that running back for North County.
Thompson on for the extra point. Not a drop of rain has fallen since we started this ball game, oddly enough. Here's the snap, and the hold is there, and the kick might have gotten partially blocked to the left and no good. It'll stay a 3-point game at 16-13, 4:22 to play in the first half. We've got a Luke Turnbow update, so we are going to send it out to Luke in St. Genevieve.
20 unanswered points by the Dragons. They now have the lead in the Battle of St. Genevieve over the Valley Warriors, 20-14. The last drive for the Dragons, 60-yard drive, and they scored at the 6:34 mark of the third quarter. Capped off by a big 31-yard Matt Drury pass to Adam Schwint into the end zone, and that was set up by a big 11-yard pass play from Drury to Jacob Rowe. So right now we're in the third quarter, 6:30 to go. St. Genevieve on top of the Valley Warriors, 20-14.
Sounds like they got a good one going on in St. Genevieve in that crosstown rivalry, a 20-14 score at this point. In this one, it's a 16-13 lead for the Central Rebels. County with a nice drive to finish it with that touchdown run, a 40-yard touchdown run by Nichols.
Was a nice run. He kicked it out to the outside, saw his speed, and took it to the house.
Only problem was he got a little bit of a taunt there at the end of it. He kind of high-stepped it like Deion Sanders on the last 10 yards of the run and gets called for the unsportsmanlike conduct, so they'll back him up on this kickoff to the 25-yard line.
In high school, they frown upon that, but it's hard, though, Glenn, because you see all the NFL players do it week in and week out. And, these kids want to do it as well.
Those updates from Luke Turnbow, by the way, brought to you by State Representative Joe Fowler. Show Me Shop in St. Gen, quality blinds, shades, and shutters in Bloomsdale. Here is the kickoff, and A nice return straight up the middle for the Central Rebels up to the 50-yard line. A big hit right in the middle of it. Another crown collision of the game. Central, again, due to that penalties, have great starting field position. They're starting right around midfield just about on every possession, Dennis.
They sure are. I mean, both teams it's been a possession battle.
Ball spotted right on the other side of the 50-yard line. North County will have to D it up in the final 4 minutes and 13 seconds of this first half to keep it at a one-possession game going into the break. Central Rebel football, 3 backs in the backfield. 2 tight ends set for Curtois. He's at the line barking out the signals. And a whistle blows here before we can get started. Got to remove some. They've got to get the kicking tee off the field, so they got to get that out of the way before somebody rolls an ankle on it.
That's just they left the tee out there.
First down and 10 from 50. Again, no replacement officials. So here we go. Curtois comes up on center. Power runs, hand off to the third man through, and this is Marlar. Marlar's going to get a handful right up the gut. Started left, then cut it inside. Had really nowhere to go, but picks up some positive yardage. If you can get 3 to 4 yards per carry in this offense, and most of the time going to be going for it on fourth down, you'll set yourself up in fourth and short. You're going to be doing all right, and then he gets 3 yards there.
Maybe we'll see that spread offense pop back out for this Central team.
Yeah, they got a touchdown pass off of it earlier. And that's the kind of thing. You run the ball, then it's a big surprise when you come out and pass it. So they caught North County off guard. 7 yards on 3 carries for Marlar in this ball game. Curtois is going to pitch it out to the near side, and it's Marlar again. He was nearly brought down in the backfield, shook a man off, and he's going to be close to a first down. Another big hit downfield that was very close to the to beyond the whistle. No flag comes out on it, and that ends up being about a 6 to 7 yard carry for Marlar.
You talking about that hit? That was number 50 for Central, Blake Nephew, driving and finished his player off, and he was 10 yards downfield, making sure that his man was completely out of the play.
Yeah, that's Blake Nephew, the left guard. You're right, 10 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, still blocking his man and driving, and finished it off with a big hit to pancake him down to the ground. That was textbook by Blake Nephew, and he's a big young man and an excellent offensive and defensive lineman. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half, and the ball at the 41-yard line. Here's a handoff up the middle. That's going to be a first down and then some as the ball gets pushed all the way up to the 35-yard line. So Central, man, they can eat up some clock. They can eat up some yards moving this football on the ground.
Right there, you actually saw number 38, Reed Lucas, who ran that ball, jump up and wanted to give the first down indication, but he realized, well, I better not, So Coach Corey Swice has told him, hey, guys, cut the extracurricular out.
Lucas gets a 6-yard carry, and it's a lot of fun watching these guys do that. But, on the same token, you understand why it's a penalty to do that. You want to promote sportsmanship, throughout high school football. Here's a handoff low side. It's Marlar. He's going to be brought down by his face mask. I don't see any laundry flying, though. Marlar's going to get a nice carry-off tackle to the left to about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, that was a tough one the official didn't catch, but you saw his head completely turn around.
Second down and about 5 yards to go after the Marlar 5-yard carry.
You even heard the crowd sigh.
Marlar's got a kickoff return for a touchdown that went 99 yards. He's got himself a touchdown catch. That was that play-action pass from the spread formation, and now he's getting his work on the ground. 2 receivers right. They are Comfort and Buchanan. Here's a play fake. They'll fake it to 2 different backs and then throw it out to Mitchell, but he overthrows Mitchell in the flat, and it's an incomplete pass.
Oh, for North County, they're extremely happy that pass was overthrown because Mitchell was wide open out in the flat.
So he fakes it to his tailback, then fakes it to Buchanan on an end around and has Mitchell wide open, but Curtois just overthrows the football, setting up 3rd and 6 with 1:43 left to go in the half. From the huddle, the Central Rebels break, and Curtois leads his team to the line. Buchanan and Comfort outright. It's Mitchell and Marlar in the backfield. Split backs behind Curtois under center. To the line they go. Curtois. The snap, but before they get a penalty. Possibly a false start against Central here. And it is against the Rebels. That's going to cost them 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 11 with 1:42. Tight ball game, though, 16-13. Rebels lead it. The big difference really in the game was the safety early on.
I think Central was a little confused with what happened here. I think what happened, one of the wide receivers was covered up on the outside.
So now it looks like Curtois is going to work from the shotgun. Two backs flanking him in the backfield. It's Mitchell and Marler. Comfort and Buchanan out to the right. Buchanan comes in motion. Here's the snap. Makes a handoff to Mitchell. He's going to fire out to the right and again overthrows his man. Really nobody home. Closest guy to that play was Marler. It's an incomplete pass and 4th down and long coming up.
So far tonight, Curtois' pass has just not quite been on point. He's had the one good touchdown pass he had thrown there.
1 for 4, 43 yards, a touchdown, and an interception for Curtois tonight.
It's tough to throw the ball, like we talked about earlier, with the ball being so slick.
So
this weather.
4th down and about a little more than 10, a little less than 11. We'll call it 4th and 10.5. And again, the split backs in the backfield. Central wants to go for it here. Under center will be Curtois. He'll send a man in motion again. It's Buchanan. And dropping back to pass, Curtois. He's got all day. Fires over the middle. And in and out of the hands of Buchanan. And then a flag comes in late. Incomplete pass as it stands right now. Now, a hit did come in after Buchanan had dropped that, but I don't know if that's enough for a personal foul penalty. Let's the officials rule the flag was thrown in the defensive backfield. It's pass interference against North County. Not a late hit, but pass interference. They said the contact happened before the ball got there.
That official was throwing his flag when the gentleman missed that catch. It just took him a little while to get it out of his pocket.
Minute 31 to play. That's going to give Central a first down. Be a spot of the foul penalty here. And it is first down, Central Rebels. So that's a big break again for the Rebels. One of those mistakes again for North County. The penalties are absolutely killing them this first half and a couple of turnovers as well. Really just the one turnover in the city. Central Rebel football at the 20-yard line now. Split backs again in the backfield. They've rolled with that formation pretty much this whole drive. Here's a handoff left side. Mitchell. This is a power runner. He's up to about the 11, maybe the 12-yard line on an 8-yard carry. Derek Mitchell, I wouldn't want to be in that young man's way.
I'll tell you one thing I like about Mitchell. His feet are constantly moving. That's what a good running back coach will tell you. Keep your feet moving. And that's exactly what Mitchell's doing here tonight.
I like it when they line up in that formation. It's easier to see the numbers on these young men's jerseys. Some of those getting a little bit sloppy out there and a little bit covered up. So when they lined up in that 3 right on the quarterback, it's hard to see who's who out there. 2nd down and 2 after that 8-yard run. We're under a minute to go in this first half. On the 12-yard line, and there they are in that 3-back set directly behind the quarterback. Curtois takes the snap, hands it off to Marler. Marler's going to try the right side. He's brought down immediately. Still could have enough for the first down as the Raider defense gets to him quickly, but I think he's got just enough. He's at the 10-yard line, which is what he needed to move the chains.
It's going to be very close. They still haven't. Looks like they're going to do an official timeout for a measurement.
They'll bring the sticks out on the field, giving me time to let you know this broadcast is brought to you by Jim Ropey Shelter Insurance in St. Genevieve, County Do-It Center in St. Gen, Accent Marketing in Farmington, Crown Collision Center in Farmington, Donaldson Cycles in Park Hills, and Fleets Equipment in St. Genevieve. 43.5 on the clock. Central with a 16-13 lead over North County. 2nd down and 2 before that last run. But a 2-yard carry for Marler is going to give the Rebels a first down as the chain gang comes out and rolls. Got just enough. 6 carries for Marler in the game. He's done his job, to say the least. First down and 10 from the 10-yard line. And it's Curtois again under center. 3 backs directly behind him. He takes the snap, hands it to the third man through. It's Mitchell, bounces off of his first tackle, puts his shoulder pads down and drives up inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line for a gain of 3. And with 27.2 seconds on the clock, Central wants to call a timeout. They're taking this thing all the way down. If they can get a touchdown before the half, it'd be big.
Well, the last time they were down here, they were on like the 1-foot line and still couldn't get it in. This time before half, they're trying to punch it in just to go in with a little bit bigger lead.
But even that worked out for them in the end because they ended up turning the ball over on downs. But North County was backed up so far, they would lose a yard and have to punt. And then the punt goes over the punter's head and out of the end zone for a safety. So that gave them 2 points at that point. Now they're looking to pick up where they left off and get it in the end zone. Mitchell, 11 carries in this ball game. His best run of the game has been 11 yards. But, you know, you don't really look for him to break off the big, 60, 70, 80-yard runs. He's going to get you 5, 6, 7, 8 yards a pop, 4 yards, 3 yards, and just keep on moving that football. That's what the Central offense is built on.
Well, they run in between the tackles, and that's exactly what they're built to do, is in between the tackles. Where you saw Nichols from the Raiders kick it out to the outside and use his speed to take the advantage.
North County with 2 touchdowns in this ball game. One on a 1-yard run by Wyatt Compton. The other on a 40-yard touchdown run by Nichols. And Nichols even set up that first touchdown for North County with a 42-yard run down to the 1 before Compton pushed it in. Raiders offense looking good. It's their defense and their penalties that's really cost them in this game, more so the penalties than the defense. The Rebels are executing a nice game plan right now. 2nd down and 7 from the 7. They'll load the backfield again. Hunter Curtois comes up under center, takes the snap, hands it off left side. Mitchell has a hole to run through. He's up, stretches for the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels. Right before the half, they make it 22-13, pinning an extra point.
Nice strong run by Mitchell to finish it off.
It was Mitchell and Marler for the most part on that drive. Mitchell with a 7-yard run, punches it in to 22-13, an absolutely huge touchdown before the half to possibly make this a 10-point game. Comfort will come on to try to do that with the extra point. Then you got to play special teams and not let North County get a good return out of it and set themselves up to score before the half. But Comfort, he's on to punch this one through. There's the snap. There's the hold. The kick is up. It's a low-line drive kick, and it misses off to the right. No good. So it's a 9-point game at 22-13. 22 seconds remain. We're back in 30 seconds on Regional Radio.
Cars today are more complex and demand more attention and care than ever before. At Greg's Tire and Auto in Bonne Terre, they're committed to a high standard of service for your automotive service needs. At Greg's Tire and Auto, they're committed to high quality and high standards and use proper testing procedures. They also offer the very best warranty program in the area, the no-hassle warranty, and ASE Master Techs. From tires and mufflers to computer diagnostics, Greg's Tire and Auto can help. Call 358-7771 or stop by their shop at 112 Division Street in Bonne Terre.
Central Rebels executing the game plan pretty well tonight. They've opened up a 22-13 lead. It started with a 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Marler. They would get a safety in the second quarter, add on a 42-yard drive in the second quarter, capped off by a big touchdown pass to Marler. And then that 50-yard drive, capped off by a 7-yard touchdown run by Derek Mitchell, has given the Rebels the 9-point lead. North County could still make some noise before the half. If they can get a nice return here and get themselves some good field position, maybe they can make something happen. 22.1 to go before we send it to the halftime show back at the radio station. By the way, you're listening to KTJJF from Farmington, Festus, Crystal City, KJFF AM, Festus, Crystal City, Herculaneum. It's the squib kick. Whitwell's got it back to the 25-yard line, and he hits the ground quickly as the Rebels get up to him and put him to the turf. That ball was bobbled around in there, and I thought maybe he coughed it up, but North County holds on to it with 15 on the clock.
And North County, on the kickoff from this Central team, has bobbled almost every snap or every reception.
I'd say the Rebels are winning that special teams battle, and they're winning the penalty battle for sure tonight. Offensively, though, North County hasn't looked bad.
They haven't. They've actually moved the ball with pretty good consistency. They've just shot themselves in the foot with the penalty.
15.1 on the clock. So what do you do here if you're North County? You're only down by 9. Do you come out and try to throw the ball all over the place and risk it over, or do you just sit on it and go to half trailing by 9?
I don't know. I'd hand it off to my running back, Nichols. He's done a good job so far. Let him take care of the ball.
See what happens. Well, North County looks like they're going to spread them out. And then Wyatt Compton calls a timeout. Then a flag comes in the backfield as Wyatt Compton comes off the field and wants to talk to his coach, Jeremy McDowell. So the back judge is thinking delay the game here. Did Compton get the timeout in time, though? He said he called for it. And I saw him calling for it before the flag flew, but my eye wasn't on the play clock. It is on North County. With 15.1 to go, they'll back him up. Looks like it's an illegal substitution on the North County Raiders. They came set, and before Compton called the timeout, the flag flew.
And it just keeps on rolling for this North County team.
First down and 15 from the 25-yard line. Isaiah Smith will be the receiver out left. The receiver out right is Caleb Warden. Thompson and Nichols, the backs in the backfield. Whitwell will join him in the backfield for North County. Wind starts to pick up, blowing in through the press box. But again, no rain has fallen since we've started the broadcast. Everything that we've gotten today has been before we came on the air.
Actually, it's turned out to be a pleasant evening for football.
It actually has. So with 15 on the clock and the ball spotted back at the 25-yard line, North County goes from a spread attack back to stack in the backfield with 3 backs, and we to see him run out the clock. Compton's going to take the snap, hand it off, and it's Nichols. Nichols with a big hole, and he's up across the 45-yard line to the 50, spins off of a tackle, makes another man miss to the 45, back across field up to about the 41, 42-yard line of Central with 2 seconds on the clock. And how about that? Nichols shaking and baking for a first down run.
That young man's excellent running there, keeping his head up, looking at where he's blocking is downfield. Made some people miss. And nice pickup.
34-yard run there by Nichols and a timeout in North County. So they've got themselves set up to maybe they can take a shot at the end zone here with 2 seconds on the clock, 22-13. So Nichols is over 100 yards rushing in this ball game with 12 carries, including a 40-yard touchdown, a 42-yard run, and a 34-yard run. And if it weren't for him, where would North County be tonight?
He's done it all. We talked in pregame that Wyatt Compton needed someone else, like his running backs, to step up and help this team out. And so far, Nichols has done that.
So 2.0 exactly on the clock. We're in the middle of the timeout now. We'll keep it right here for that. Certainly don't want to miss anything with North County having a shot to throw one up in the end zone, maybe get themselves a jump ball. You got 2 pretty good targets, really 3 pretty good targets to throw it up to: Smith, Warden, and Stabenow. I would trust any of those 3, really, to go up and make a play for your offense.
And, you could even hit the speedy Nichols out of the backfield.
Yeah. Central's going to go to a prevent defense here to keep that from happening. The ball will be at the 42-yard line of Central. So North County comes to the line. Smith will be all alone on the left side of the field, split it out left. Warden to the right, and North County is going to keep 3 backs in the backfield for this one. So look for Smith or Warden on a jump ball here. Compton's going to take the snap, drops back to pass, pump fakes. He's got a man on his tail. He steps up in the pocket, fires one deep in the end zone, overthrown, and it's intercepted. On the return on the far side of the field, he's going to be eventually pushed out of bounds. Dennis, you see who made the pick? Was it Comfort, number 3?
It was number 3.
John Comfort. He's trying to get 8 interceptions this year to break the single season record and the all-time record at Park Hill Central. Well, he gets one there to conserve a 9-point lead for the Central Rebels as we go to half, 22-13. We're just about to kick off the second half of a competitive ball game at Park Hills. North County Raiders and the Central Rebels. And as of right now, we've got ourselves a 9-point ball game at 22-13. 5 seconds on the clock before we'll go to the 12-minute mark in the third quarter and get this second half underway. Leading rusher in that first half was Seth Nichols of North County, unofficially 12 carries and 134 yards and a 40-yard touchdown mixed in there as well. Wyatt Compton also with a 1-yard score. He had 15 yards on 5 carries. And Eric Thompson with 2 carries for 3 yards in the ball game. Wyatt Compton goes 3 for 4 with an interception, 38 yards. Caleb Warden, 2 catches for 25 yards. And Isaiah Smith, 1 catch for 13 yards for North County. Derek Mitchell just kept chugging along with 12 carries for 51 yards, including a 7-yard touchdown in the first half. Buchanan had himself 7 yards on 1 carry. Reed Lucas had 2 carries for 8 yards. And Marler had 6 carries for 20 yards in the ballgame. Also had a 43-yard touchdown catch for the Central Rebels. Curtois only completed 1 pass, but it was that 43-yard touchdown strike to Marler. He was 1 for 4 with an interception and a touchdown in the first half. Those are your first half stats. Competitive first half, but one thing you got to look at for North County, too many penalties, just way too many penalties shooting themselves in the foot.
That's been the issue with this North County team. It'd be a much closer game if it wasn't for those penalties.
So North County will start with the football in the second half, down by 9. By no means are they out of this ball game. It's a 2-score game at this point, but North County's offense especially has looked good. Defense, they just really can't get off the field, whether it be a penalty or a big, third, fourth down conversion by the Central offense.
The North County offense, you're right, Glenn, has looked good. They moved the ball, they drove down the field, put together some nice drives, but then the end of the drive has just been shut down.
Here's a squib kick, and you see the water just splash up. Central's got a chance to recover this, but North County falls on it at about the 32-yard line. We had some Central Rebels just barreling down the field trying to recover it. Coming very close to it was Logan Comfort, number 4, the sophomore, but he couldn't quite get there. North County falls on it first.
That would have made it a little uncomfortable if you would have hit him.
11:57 left to go in the third quarter. You're in midseason form, aren't you?
After your pregame antics of telling everybody how I am.
Well, I only speak the truth. 22-13, 9 minute or 9. What am I talking about? 9-point game. North County trailing at Park Hills Central. We've got Wyatt Compton under center. He'll work with two receivers, one left and one to the right. It's a pitch out Nichols. They've loved that pitch out tonight, but this time they've got him wrapped up in the backfield. Nowhere to go for Nichols, and he goes down for a loss of about 4 yards on the carry. Buchanan is in there on the tackle. Reed Lucas also in there on the tackle. And how many times have we called his name tonight on defense, Reed Lucas? He's an all-state caliber linebacker.
Yeah, you were telling me about him. This is the first time I've actually got to see this young man play. He's lived up to his billing. He's actually come out and stepped up and leading this defense.
He's been doing this since his freshman year. I believe he's a junior this year. And, man, he is absolutely performing for the Central Rebels. He has been for quite some time. So first down.
Because of a penalty against Central.
Because of a penalty on Central. It is personal foul. That's their second personal foul in the ballgame. And we've seen, I think, 6 personal fouls. 4 against North County, 2 against Central in this game. And a 4-yard negative yard carry for Nichols is negated. And North County gets a first down and 10 from the 43-yard line. And now look at North County bunch into a power run set. They've got everybody up on the line, and Wyatt Compton from the shotgun gives it off to his tailback on delay. This is Thompson, the fullback, rather. He's got a big run. He's going to pick himself up almost 20 yards, all the way up across the 40-yard line of Central to about the 38-yard line. Quite the run from Mr. Thompson.
A completely new formation for this North County team. Completely had this Central Rebel team out of whack. Did not know how to defend against that.
19-yard carry for Thompson. Give him 22 yards on 3 carries so far in this ball game. They just ran the delay to the fullback. Got some nice yards on it. First and 10 from the Central 38-yard line. A chance to chop this down to a 1-score game for North County. Play some defense, and ooh la la, here we go. We've got Wyatt Compton under center again. 1 receiver right, 1 receiver to the left. And before the snap, we've got some motion on North County, I believe, with the flag coming out. Official comes to midfield for the call. And it goes illegal procedure against North County. That's going to back up the Raiders 5 yards. And there we have it again. Offense, defense, special teams, what have you. Penalties piling up for North County.
That's just been the story of the night tonight. This North County team, it'd be a completely different ball game if they cut down on the penalties.
You're listening to Regional Radio, J98 The Boot. AM 1400 KJF, and I believe AM 800 KREI has joined the show too as Farmington wins big over Trinity Catholic tonight. We'll run down some more scores later on. Plus, we've got an update from Luke Turnbow to get you to. We'll do that as soon as there's a break in the action. Here's a handoff up the middle from Wyatt Compton to Seth Nichols. Nowhere to go on first down and 15 after the false start penalties. Back to about the line of scrimmage. No gain for Nichols.
Tackle made again by Reed Lucas, number 38.
Second down and 15, 10 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the third quarter.
You know, Glenn, I look back at all the linebackers that's come out of this area in the last several years, and there's been some really good ones. And Lucas is living up to the hype.
One of those really good linebackers played for this North County Raider team, Will Compton. He's starring at the University of Nebraska right now. Dropping back to pass. It's Compton. He's got Warden wide open. That connection's been there all night. Warden nearly fumbles as he's upended at about the 31-yard line. He was popped hard for a crowd collision center collision of the game. He holds on to the football, and now the rain starts to come down on the field. It's raining sideways out there, Dennis.
Sure is, and you see everybody getting their umbrellas and their hoods on. And
it's a 13-yard pass and catch from Compton to Warden. 3 catches for Warden. 38 yards.
Great concentration by Warden to be able to regain that control of that ball.
Third down and 3. And again, full house for North County. They've got Compton working from the shotgun. They'll hand it off to Whitwell. Whitwell's going to be drugged down, but he reaches to get some positive yards. Maybe 2 on the carry for Whitwell on, again, that delay, but this time Central was ready for it.
Once again, 38 Reed Lucas just completely blew up that backfield to make that play.
How about that? They didn't give him the forward progress that we thought. I guess his knee down was sooner than I had thought because no gain for Whitwell. 4th down and 3.
North County's going for it again. They went for it every time on 4th down.
Whitwell's first carry goes for 0 yards. 4th down and 3 from the 31-yard line. Same look formation with 3 backs in the backfield, and Compton working from the shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Compton keeps it to the left. He's wrapped up and goes absolutely nowhere. Central with a big stop in the backfield. Derek
Mitchell on the stop.
So Derek Mitchell comes up big on defense. We've seen him just powering through this North County defense when he's running the football. And from his defensive line spot, he just absolutely saw that coming from Wyatt Compton. Compton had nowhere to go. They tried to work off that delayed handoff to the fullback and run some play-action rollout with Wyatt Compton, but he had nothing to do there. He's going to lose yards. It's a turnover on downs. Ball will be put at the 35-yard line as Compton loses 4. First time he's gone backwards tonight, and Central takes over. 8:48 left to go, third quarter. Now the Rebels with the power run set. 3 backs in the backfield. They'll hand it to the second man through. He's going to push the pile up the middle. This is Derek Mitchell up to about the 40-yard line for a gain of 5.
We've talked about it. Mitchell just hard-nosed running. He's been getting 3 to 5 yards a pop, and that's a great run for a high school tailback.
13 carries, 56 yards for Derek Mitchell in the game. Second down and 5 at the 40. Down to 8:26 to play. St. Clair all over DeSoto tonight, 55-13. South Callaway over Crystal City, 21-0. That's in the second quarter. We'll get you some more score updates as soon as we can, plus the St. John Valley update from Luke Turnbow. 8-11 and counting to play in the third quarter. Kirk Toys under center. Takes the snap. Hands it to the first man through. Ball comes out. North County says they have it. Fumble. Central loses it. North County football.
Oh, and that's a huge blow against the Central team.
That was on the handoff. He never had the ball. That was Holloway who was supposed to get the football, but he never did secure it. Botched handoff gives North County the football back right at the 39-yard line, so a big break for the Raiders. Central's now turned it over twice, which is one more than North County.
North County starting with good field position after that turnover.
It's 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Wyatt Compton again with 3 backs in the backfield, and he'll work from the shotgun. Here's the snap, and there's the delay. Hands it off to Thompson. Thompson running hard. He's got that low center of gravity, so he's really hard to bring down if he's the low man, which he usually is. It's hard to bring those kind of guys down. He runs with some authority, picks up a nice 2 or 3 yard carry there. They'll give him 2, 2nd down and 8. County fullback. 4 carries in the ball game, 24 yards. Ball spotted at the 37 of Park Hill Central. So now after the offense turns the ball over, the Rebel defense is going to be asked to respond. Compton's going to work from under center this time. 1 receiver right, 1 to the left. He's going to drop back to pass. Has a clean pocket. There's Warden again, but Warden was looking to run before he caught it and dropped it. Incomplete pass. That route's been working all night, the quick curl, but Warden just didn't look it into his hands that time.
That's one time that young man took off running before he had the ball in his hand, let the ball hit him in the numbers. Should have secured that with his hands.
Warden has 3 catches for 38 yards. That would have been close to another first down there had he hauled it in. And instead, it's a tough 3rd down and 8 from the 37-yard line against the Central defense that's stoutened up in the red zone. North County's red zone offense, and I know they're not in the red zone right now, but the red zone offense was a problem last year. Here's a pitch out to the right. Nichols trying to get the edge, and he does, but then he's upended as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go, and it was Buchanan in on the tackle along with a few other Central Rebels, and 4th down and 8 coming up.
That was a nice initial stop by number 9, Cody Harrison. And then an open field tackle. That's just textbook tackle.
Yeah, Harrison with the initial contact. Buchanan's the one who brought him down. But when you got guys swarming to the ball like that, it makes it easier as a team on defense to make stops. So 4th down, and they'll call it 7 as Nichols gets 1 yard on the carry. And now the Raiders are going to spread them out. 1 receiver right, that's Smith. 3 receivers out to the left. 1 back in the backfield is Thompson. Compton's going to swing one out to Smith, and Smith drops it, then takes a big hit. Incomplete pass. That's Daniel Marler coming in with a huge hit, and Isaiah Smith goes down hard. Turnover on down, Central Rebel football.
That was a big hit. That young man had that ball hit him right in the hands and just couldn't secure it.
And that's could be, the thing about this rainy conditions, things like that, the ball just getting wet out there and hard to hold on to it. We've seen 2 drops now in the last place for North County. Wyatt Compton putting the ball right there. That one was a little bit high. Tough catch for Smith, but maybe the ball being wet had something to do with it.
Yeah, Smith had to jump for it a little bit, but, that still hit him right in the hands. That was a catchable pass by Compton. Just unfortunately didn't bring it in.
6:33 to play in the third quarter. We've got a timeout on the field. Central Rebel football after taking over on downs. And while we've got some time, let's go out to Luke Turnbow for an update from St. Genevieve.
33 unanswered points by the St. Genevieve Dragons has gave the Dragons a 33-14 lead over the Valley Catholic Warriors in this football game, the Battle of St. Genevieve. The last touchdown they scored at the 3:39 mark of the fourth quarter. It was a 46-yard drive, 22-yard pass from Matt Drury to Adam Squint, wide open into the end zone. The extra point was good. The Dragons lead the Warriors 33-14 late in the fourth quarter.
Into the J98 game of the week on the regional radio tonight, 22-13, Central Rebels over the North County Raiders, and they've just taken the ball away from North County on downs, thanks to a couple of big hits on some pass plays, knocking the ball incomplete. We've seen Marler lay in the lumber. We've seen several other Rebels lay in the lumber. Reed Lucas tonight. And now we'll see what Central's offense can do after turning it over on that last possession. 2 backs, 3 backs in the backfield. Hunter Curtois is trying to direct them where to go. They look a little bit confused. Play clock's down to 5 seconds. One receiver split out to the right. They're going to hand it off to the third man through. This is Mitchell, and he gets himself a big hole and a big carry up to the 50-yard line before they rope him down. 14 yards for Mitchell up to midfield.
And Mitchell's slow. He's get up, but that's the biggest run of the night, I think, for Mitchell, 14 yards.
Yeah, before that, it was an 11-yard carry early on in the ball game. He comes up a little bit gingerly. Marler's going to shed the ball. Now let's see if Mitchell doesn't come off, and we're going to get an injury timeout on the field, it looks like. But you're talking about a kid who used to play at North County. He goes over to Central, and he's playing his heart out tonight, trying to beat the St. Francis County rival in his former school tonight. And he's playing with a lot of heart.
Hopefully it's just a cramp.
He gets a nice round of applause as he comes off the field. And the Central Rebels will huddle up with a first down at midfield. 1st and 10, 6:23 to play third quarter. 22-13 Rebels. Back to the line of scrimmage. John Ford's going to split out to the left. He's made a play on defense tonight with an interception. Not much offensively as far as receptions go. There's the snap. Curtois again hands it off to the third man through a big hit at the line of scrimmage. Some snot flying and a stalemate, nowhere to go for the running back, Daniel Marler. But, Marler, just like the rest of these running backs, he's going to punish the defense more than the defense is going to punish him. He's looking for contact when he gets the football.
That's the thing with these central running backs. They are looking for contact. Where the North County squad, he's trying to kick it to the outside and use his speed. These guys just want to roll you over.
22-13 remains the score. Rebel football still at the 50-yard line after Marler went nowhere on that last carry. Hunter Curtois takes the snap. Third man through is Marler. He gets the carry right side in a big hole. He's got the first down and then some down the far sideline. He's up inside the 30-yard line. A big run of 20-plus yards for Daniel Marler. And then you see when he gets in the open field, Dennis, he's pretty darn quick and hard to track down.
Yeah, he's had some speed, and he took it to that outside and just kept on bouncing it out. Nice run there by that young man.
He was pushed out of bounds before the 20. They mark him out of the 25-yard line, so a 15-yard gain for Daniel Marler on the carry. And Mitchell comes out, and Marler comes in. Had 1-2 punch.
Glenn, it's nice when you have a big tight end going out in front and you have some pulling linemen out in front of you leading you down that field. That just helps clear that way for you.
25-yard run, not 15 on that last carry for Marler from the 50 to the 25-yard line. Here's a handoff left side. Marler, he's going to have some positive yards again as he works off tackle and cuts back inside. Gain of 3-4 yards on the carry for Marler. Keep feeding him the rock, see what he can do for you. Second down and about 7 after that carry.
Number 28, Mitchell's checked back into the game. He must have just had a cramp and looked like they were stretching him out on the sideline.
You can always tell the guys who've done the most work because their jerseys are the most muddy. And Marler and Mitchell are the two tonight for Park Hill Central. You can't see their numbers anymore. So Mitchell checks back in. He's the deep back. And under center, here comes Curtois. Second down and 8. 4:40 to play, third quarter. Curtois takes the snap. He gives it right back to Mitchell. So no rest for the weary. Mitchell gets the carry up the middle. He stood up, but no whistle blown, so he keeps trying to push the pile. It's going to set up third and short to medium here, right around the 20-yard line of the North County Raiders.
Kind of curious to see what this Central Rebel team will do. Will they try to keep it in between the tackles or try to bunch it to the outside as they bring in number 30, Daniel Marler, who just had that nice 15-yard run.
That was a 5-yard carry from Mitchell. 3rd down and 4 from the 19-yard line. Mitchell comes back off. Marler's back. Or no, Mitchell is still in there. One of those backs came off. I believe it was Holloway. But split backs in the backfield. Under center, it is Comfort. 2 receivers at right. Buchanan comes in motion from right to left. And it's a play fake. They're going to give it off to Buchanan on an end around. He's up to the 10, to the 5, sprinting to the end zone. He's across. Touchdown, Central Rebels. He took it all the way. It's 28-13 with 3:40 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Nice end-around play. They used that play earlier and picked up a 1st down. They come back to it in the 2nd half, and it worked perfectly.
19-yard touchdown run from Buchanan on an end-around. They set him in motion, handed him the football, set themselves up nicely. They've got a 15-point lead. They'd like to make it 16. They can knock through an extra point. If you get a 16-point lead, you need North County to score 2 touchdowns with 2-point conversions. Makes it that much more tough on the opposition. .340 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Central Rebels capped off a nice drive with that 13-yard touchdown run. Central wants to go for 2 here, though, and make it a 3-score game. Kurtois is going to hand it off to Mitchell. Mitchell fighting for the goal line, pushing the pile. Keeps pushing, but he's going to be short of about a yard on the carry. So it's going to stay at a 15-point game at 28-13. Central with the lead. 3:40 left to play in the 3rd quarter. We're back in 30 seconds on Regional Radio.
Come to Show Me Rent to Own.
Hi, I'm Gary Romine, owner of Show Me Rent to Own. If you can hear this ad, then there's a Show Me Rent to Own location near you. Want a new laptop or big screen TV? Shop Show Me Rent to Own. Need a new washer and dryer? Shop Show Me Rent to Own. We have what you want and need. Want it, need it, rent it, own it. Show Me Rent to Own.
Show You Rental Company of the Show Me State.
We're back at Park Hills Central High School. It's a 28-13 lead for the Rebels. A 64-yard drive capped off by Buchanan on a 19-yard touchdown run. Carries for Buchanan, both on end arounds, 26 yards and a touchdown. North County is going to get the ball back, now down by a couple of scores.
You know, Glenn, like you said, they used that play earlier in the 1st half, come back to it, and it worked like a perfection. It took Buchanan in for a nice 20-yard touchdown.
So North County back to return. Wouldn't be surprised to see another squib kick from the Central Rebels. Here we go. It is squibbed to the left side. Picked up and not bobbled this time. It's Whitwell. He's been the returning guy most nights, and a big hole up the middle as he breaks a couple tackles. He's tripped up across the 50-yard line. I believe it's Derek Mitchell who ends up making the tackle. Mitchell's just everywhere tonight, but a great return by Whitwell on a squib kick.
If it wasn't for Mitchell, he was off to the races because it was a shoestring tackle by Mitchell.
Up to the Rebel 49-yard line. Again, North County with good field position, but they had good field position on their previous 2 drives this half, unable to do anything with it. Their drives would fizzle out, going for it on 4th down, and successful both times.
So far in the 2nd half, this Central defense have gave a little bit, but when they needed to, they've really sucked down tight and locked it down, shut this North County team down.
3 minutes, 33 seconds remains in the 3rd quarter. North County still in this ball game, down by 15. That missed 2-point conversion was big to keep it at a 2-score game, possibly, if the Raiders can get a 2-point conversion. Here's a handoff to Nichols. Nichols hesitates, then tries to just push it up in there for positive yards. Gets a yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
Stop made by number 49, Austin Caldwell, linebacker. Senior linebacker.
1 yard on the carry for Nichols. His last 3 carries have gone for a total of 1 yard. And Nichols is going to come off the field now. He's going to get a water break. Isaiah Smith is going to line up wide right. Whitwell, Stabenow. It's actually Warden wide right. Whitwell and Stabenow to the left. Now Whitwell motions to the right. It is Compton dropping back the pass. Clean pocket, fires over the middle, has a man. It's Stabenow. He's across the 40. He's got himself a 1st down to about the 38-yard line. Nice little crossing pattern there. Compton to Stabenow.
That was a nice pass by Compton there. Just his receiver just perfectly. Got his receiver in stride.
So a 1st down pass play. Compton He's only thrown three, that have been incomplete in the ballgame. 1 interception, 2 incomplete passes, so he's been relatively accurate. That was a 10-yard pass and catch from Compton to Stabenow. Stabenow's first catch. Raiders down by 15 points. They're slow in getting their personnel into the ball game, but now they come to the line, now working from the spread. 3 receivers left and 1 to the right. Warden is out right. Stabenow, Whitwell, and Smith out left. Thompson is the backfield. Compton takes the snap, drops back to pass, and fires it out left. It's bobbled by Smith, but then he holds on to it, and he's tough to drag down. He spins off of a tackle. It took 2 or 3 Central Rebels to get him after a 6 or 7 yard gain on the far sideline, so a good job after initially bobbling the football.
You got to give Smith credit for that. He bobbled that ball. Good concentration on actually getting to keep that ball in his hands, breaking tackles as he's doing it.
Give him 6 yards on the catch. He's got 2 catches for 19 yards in the ball game. And for Wyatt Compton, 6 of 9 passing in this ball game. 2nd down and 4, 32-yard line. 3 backs in the backfield. Compton goes back under center, hands it off to Nichols. Nichols with a little juke move is going to get himself up close to a first down. This will be about a 4-yard carry depending where they spot it. I think he's got it, and they're going to move the chains. Yep, already saying first down, Nichols on the run.
You're seeing a good balance by this offense from the North County Raiders. Good balance of pass and run here, mixing in Nichols.
And then not only pass and run, but mixing up the formations too, going from the spread, going to the power set, back to the spread, things like that. Maybe that's what North County needs to knock off some of the rust here in the second half and actually get the ball in the end zone like they were doing in the first half. Down to 1:40 left to play. Now everybody runs up to the line for North County, trying to change up the pace. 3 backs stacked in the backfield. Compton under center. 1 receiver to right, 1 to the left. They'll hand it off to Whitwell. Whitwell is going to carry a pile up to across the 25-yard line, inside the 25. Gain of about 5 yards there for Jake Whitwell, who's only carried the ball twice. 2nd down coming up. Big number 78 checks in for the Central Rebels. That is Brandon Nauke, the junior defensive lineman. He's going to take up some space in the middle. A lot of those Central Rebels can take up some space.
Yeah, there's some big guys up front.
2nd down and 5. 2 backs in the backfield behind Compton. They'll hand it off to the fullback after the snap is taken by Compton. Thompson there. He swallowed up immediately. He's going to lose a yard on the carry.
Reed Lucas, linebacker again on that stop.
Reed Lucas is a machine, I'm telling you. Expect him to make the dream team. He was a dream teamer last year. I expect him to do it again if he can stay healthy this year. He's quite the talent.
3rd down, we're seeing if this Central defense could go with that bend but not break mentality again on this drive.
That's what they've done the past 2 drives. North County has gotten it down close but not able to get anything in. We're down to 10 seconds left to go in the quarter, and now North County is going to take a timeout. Whitwell calling for it first, motioning to the officials in the backfield. 8.1 remains in the third. It is a 15-point Central Rebel lead, 28-13. North County trying to knock on the door. We're back in 30 seconds on Regional Radio.
Goggins Drilling has been serving the Parkland and beyond for over a half a century. They have a reputation for quality work that comes with over 50 years of satisfying their customers. Goggins Drilling offers sales and service on all water pumps and are on the leading edge of ground source heating systems. See Goggins Drilling for contract drilling or call 431-2450. Goggins Drilling, when you want more than just a hole in the ground.
A stiff 3rd and 8 test is facing the North County Raiders as we come back with 8 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The last 2 3rd and 4th downs for North County this half have come up unsuccessful against a stout Central defense that has really tightened up once they get their backs against the wall.
Yeah, they sure have. They've done it with good defensive back play. I mean, there's been some hard hits by these smaller defensive backs.
Seth Nichols, who had 145 yards in the first half, has 6 yards on 4 carries in the second half. On 3rd down and 8, North County's got some options here because you got to believe it's 4-down territory. They're going to spread them out. They're going to overload the right side with 3 receivers, trips to the right, 1 Receiver to the left. Compton takes the snap, drops back the pass, rolls to his right, steps up in the pocket, lobs it up in the end zone for Stout. But now it's underthrown, knocked away, incomplete pass. And that was Callaway again on the coverage. He's done a good job back there. Or actually, it was Hunter Courtois in the coverage. But back switches to corner on defense and goes and makes a nice play.
Courtois was beat on that play. The ball was just a little underthrown.
Yeah,
Courtois come back to make a play on it.
Compton kind of threw up a jump ball when he didn't need to. If he kind of zips it in there, and I know it's a tough throw in the corner of the end zone like that, but if he could have put a little bit more on it and got it back there, Statman could have camped under it and made a catch. Instead, it was 4th down and 8. 25-yard line, 0.6 seconds. So this is going to be the last play of the third quarter. Can the Raiders convert on 4th down? Compton's going to swing one out to the left. Whitwell makes the catch, but he's blasted immediately, and he's not going to get close to a first down. He's about 5 yards short, and North County turns it over on downs for the third straight drive, Dennis.
That was number 3, John Comfort, making that stop. That young man was all over the field from his defensive back spot.
So a pickup about 4 yards, but he needed 8, and Central Rebel have the football at the 22-yard line on their side of the field when we come back with the fourth quarter and 30 seconds on Regional Radio.
Parkland Motors in Leadington is your pre-owned vehicle center. They have a large selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, and if they don't have what you're looking for, they can find it. Parkland Motors even has financing for first-time buyers. Angie and Slugger can't wait to put you in your vehicle today at a great, affordable price. So stop by and see them at Parkland Motors on the Outer Road in Leadington, or call 431-0888. Apply for credit online at parklandmotors.com. That's Parkland Motors in Leadington, your pre-owned vehicle center.
(28-13), Central Rebels holding on to that 15-point lead. 3 straight drives that go deep into Central territory for North County, and 3 straight times in the second half and in the third quarter alone. Really, the North Countyers come up empty.
No, I'm just kind of thinking to myself here, why? I'm just kind of shocked that North County's not even trying to put up any. When they get down there so close, they're not even trying for an extra point on those 4th down plays. I don't know if they have, because of the slick field, maybe not have the confidence in the kicker with the slick field.
For the field goal, you mean?
Yeah.
When they get down there close? Yeah. My guess would be just the slick field conditions and not having the faith in the kicking game. And, Coach McDowell trusting his offense to make a play. Unfortunately, 3 straight times has just come up empty, 4th down and 8, 4th down and 3, and 4th down and 6, I believe was the other one, and just can't get the yards necessary. Central football at their own 22. They've changed sides of the field. Here's a handoff to Marler. Marler following his block along the left side off tackle. He's going to get decent yardage on this. 4 to 5 yards on the carry for Marler, and he's been outstanding tonight. Not only running the football, but catching the football, too, with a 43-yard touchdown reception.
Yeah, that 1-2 punch of Marler and Mitchell, the 2 M's. You call them M&M for the rest of the season.
And you mix in Reed Lucas and Buchanan with the speed on the end arounds. I mean, this is a dynamic backfield. There was a 3-yard carry there for Marler. His last 2 carries have gone for 3 after a 25-yard carry. 2nd down and 7. Play clock down to 7 seconds as Courtois brings the team to the line. Back stacked behind him in the backfield. Here's a handoff left side. Not much room to run on that play for the deep back getting the football. Going to bring up 3rd down and 6 or 7 yards on this one.
Glenn, a ground and pound physical running attack really takes its toll on the defense. I mean, because, even more so than just a finesse back, because these running backs are just putting such of a pounding, especially on your defensive linemen. Those guys are a little bit more out of shape than other guys. And, I mean, it just takes its toll on you after a whole long game.
Well, not only that, but it sure eats down the clock pretty quick, too. And if Central Rebels can have a couple more possessions where they drive down the field, they don't even have to score, just take some time off the clock. They'll have the game in the bag. North County's going to need to get the ball back and score relatively quickly. Here's another end time. Buchanan gets the football, and he lowers his shoulders and lays the boom on a North County defender. The defender, though, was ready for it and popped him pretty good. Another Crown collision of the game right there, brought to you by Crown Collision Center. We're going to have 4th down after Buchanan picks up about 3 to 4 yards.
Number 54, Corey Gideon, a defensive lineman for North County with that stop. Man, I tell you, he made one heck of a hit on Buchanan.
Buchanan has averaged 10 yards a carry, 3 carries, 30 yards, and a touchdown, all on end arounds for him. And now Central on 4th down and 3 is going to punt this football away. So the defense does the job for North County. Offense needs to kick it in high gear now. We're going to get a timeout, or Raiders, with 9:55 and counting to play in the fourth quarter. 28-13 is 28-13 is our score. Central Rebels with the lead. We'll step away for 30 seconds in the J98 game of the week on Regional Radio.
Building a new home or office? Maybe it's time to do some remodeling. Call Lurk Custom Cabinets in St. Genevieve. They offer custom cabinetry for your home or office. Are you in need of new cabinets in your kitchen or bath? How about a beautifully crafted entertainment center or bookcase? Lurk Custom Cabinets is certified to handle all your solid surfacing, offering customized marble countertops and installation. Call today at 573-483-9792. Lurk Custom Cabinets is a proud supporter of area high school sports.
During the timeout, a flag comes out against the Central Rebels for an illegal substitution in the huddle. That's going to back them up another 5 yards instead of 4th and 3. It'll be 4th and 8 and still a punt pending here. North County is going to get the ball back. And again, for the fourth straight drive, you're looking at pretty good field position, but they got to do something with it.
They have to finish the drive, and that's so far tonight they've been unable to do it.
John Comfort is the punter. Stabenow is back to return. He waits for it on the North County 43-yard line. Here's a low snap. Comfort. It does a good job just to pick that out of the dirt and punt it down the sideline. Ball ends up going out of bounds on Central's side of the field at the 48, right between the 48 and 49-yard line. So here you go, North County Raiders. You got 9 minutes, 49 seconds left to go. You're down by 15. Offense is moving the ball well between the 20s. Can't get the football in the end zone. This was the problem last year, too, for North County. You got to be able to score points once you get down there close.
You move the ball all day, but if you can't punch it in, you're not going to win a game. And right now, that's the problem this North County team is having. Earlier on in the first half, it was penalties. They played in their second half. They just got to finish the drive.
This game's so important to both sides, both communities, and North County trying to pull off a comeback down by 2 scores. One of those touchdowns that they'd get, they'd need a 2-point conversion to tie. Well, from the spread, here's a low snap. Compton has the ball go underneath of him, and he's lucky just to fall on it and get absolutely blasted on the ground back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 5 yards. North County goes backwards on the first play.
It's plays like that players end up getting hurt when a quarterback dives for it at the same time as a defenseman. That's how a shoulder gets popped out or something. We saw it with Andy Dalton from the Cincinnati Bengals this weekend.
I said it was a 5-yard loss. That was actually an 8-yard loss for the North County Raiders. Second down and 18, so you've already put yourself in a hole. You're back on the North County side of the field. From the shotgun, Compton takes the snap. He's going to fake a handoff, take it up the middle himself. Central Rebel defense read that all the way, and even if he would have actually handed that football off to Thompson there, that wouldn't have gone anywhere either. That play just went for nothing.
You could just pick anyone on that defensive front for Central who made that stop because basically every one of them was in on that play.
Wyatt Compton, his last 2 carries have gone for -4 yards. Third down and a long 17 to go here. They got a scoreboard problem here. The clock needs to be reset to the appropriate time. 25 on the play clock, 8:41 on the game clock. North County need to convert a big 3rd down and 17 from their own 45-yard line. 3 receivers set and 2 backs in the backfield, flanking Compton to either side. A play-action fake. Compton's going to roll out to the right. He's thinking about running it. Instead, a jump pass. The ball is tipped up in the air, nearly intercepted, falls to the turf, and then the flag comes in late. So we'll check the penalty. As it stands right now, 4th down and 17 for North County.
That was definitely an ill-advised pass by Compton. I mean, he wasn't gaining much on that play, and it was in and out of the hands of a defensive player on the short side of the field. That was a play that Coach McDowell needs to talk to your quarterback and say, just throw it out of bounds.
Penalty, I think it was holding against North County. It is declined, and we're going to be 4th down and 17. And running out of time for the Raiders, down by 2 scores with 8 minutes and 27 seconds left, but really on 4th and 17, the only option you have is to punt, and that's what Coach McDowell is going to do. The chances of making a 4th down and 17 pretty slim.
This is the first time we've seen a punter since the safety. We'll see if we can get the snap.
Back to return. Marler for Central. North County getting some late substitutions on the field. Still time, though, on the play clock. 8 seconds left. to get a snap off. Here's the snap. It's another high one, but he comes down with it. This is Isaiah Smith, and what a leg. He booms this one back, bounces at the 10, rolls to the 5, and takes a North County roll back about the 6-yard line. What a boot from Isaiah Smith. He punts that from his 35.
That's a 57-yard punt.
Yeah, all the way to the central, the central 6-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. That was a heck of a punt by that young man.
Well, his last punt attempt, he didn't get a chance to put his leg on the football. Now we see what he can do. He absolutely boomed that thing. Central football, 1st and 10, and they call it the 8-yard line rather than the 6. Rebels are going to be backed up here, looking to play keep away from North County.
By far the worst field position for the Central Rebels today.
Well, remember they started, actually that was North County that started at their own 4-yard line earlier. So, yeah, you're right. Central's worst starting field position. Let's see what they do with it. One receiver out to the left is John Comfort. 3 backs in the backfield, directly behind Curtois. They'll hand it to the third man through, and the good North County D line doesn't let them go anywhere. We're going to have 2nd down and 8 or 9 to come here for Central.
Man, I just can't get over that punt. That was a heck of a punt.
Pretty impressive.
It's not often you see a 57-yard punt by a high school player by any means.
Well, you see Isaiah Smith standing out there on the field. He just looks like an athletic specimen. I mean, he's a big boy. He just looks the part out there especially when he's standing against next to some of the smaller guys. Heights and weights aren't listed for the North County roster, but he's probably 6'2", I would say, somewhere around 200 pounds, wouldn't you?
Oh, I definitely every bit of it.
So 2nd down and 9 from the 9. Central, we're going to get a false start, and that's going to back them up. So a penalty in any part of the game is no good, but when you're trying to run out the clock and sit on a lead, it's even more negative toward your team.
And all in all, Glenn, this North County defense has played a fairly good game. I mean, just a few mental mistakes here and there. I mean, they've really kept a potent power attack in check, except for a few plays.
The main thing has just been the penalties for North County, especially in that first half. It's gotten better in this second half, but in the first half, they were just killing themselves with the penalties, put themselves in a hole. Luckily, the offense was kind of carrying them in that first half, but in the second half, the Central defense has stopped that North County offense from scoring. So on 2nd down and 14, we're going to get another flag flying in as the ball is snapped to Hunter Curtois. The ball, as it stands right now, is spotted at the 4-yard line, but if this goes against the Rebels, you're looking at half the distance to the goal. It is. A legal procedure on the Central Rebels. Half the distance to the goal will put them at 3rd down and 16 from the 2-yard line. They started at the 8. They've gone all the way back to the 2. And a 3rd down here. So North County has a chance to get themselves some great field position, and they absolutely need it.
You saw a tale of two halves. The second half, the penalty has been more towards the Central Rebel team. It's a little too late.
I was reading the scoreboard, which was wrong. It's actually 2nd down and 16 for the Central Rebels. So a couple plays to work with here for Park Hills. Under center, here comes Hunter Curtois. One back behind him in the backfield, 2 receivers right. Here comes Buchanan in motion. He's been getting into rounds on that play. Instead, it's a handoff left side. Uh-oh, here's a big hole coming back across. I believe this is Marlar. Marlar's up the near sideline now. It's to the 30, to the 40, cuts it back inside, all the way back up to the 44-yard line. Marlar runs it from the 2. That's a 42-yard run. And he keeps on just putting on a highlight reel for the Central fans tonight.
And just following his block. You saw him cut it to the outside, following his receiver, Buchanan.
All the way back to the other side of the field, inside.
And then he kicks it back to the inside. That's a heads-up run there by Marlar.
42-yard run for Marlar. He's had carries of 25 and 42 in this half. Also his 43-yard touchdown reception in this ball game, and that was big. That was on 2nd and 16. Rebels no longer backed up. Now they can take a big chunk of time off of this clock now that they've got themselves some room to work with. That was a backbreaker for the North County defense. Now you got to ask them to rally the troops again and make 3 more stops for you. Hunter Curtois under center whispers something into the fullback's ear. Here's the snap, and apparently miscommunication there between him and his fullback. He was going to hand it off to him, and he wasn't there. Nearly fumbled the football, ended up just falling down. Actually fell forward for about a yard on the carry for Curtois.
Curtois turned one way, the fullback ran another. There was definitely a miscommunication on which which Ray they were supposed to take off on that play.
To Reed Lucas, he was going to go, he zigged when he should have zagged on that play. One of those deals. Second down and a long 8 for the Central Rebels. This game's starting to wind down with 5 minutes and 23 seconds left to go. Central milking that play clock for all it's worth. It's down to 3 seconds. They'll snap it at 2 seconds. Handoff left side, Marlar. Juke move. He's not going to get much. Couple of yards on this carry. He'll set up third down at about 6.
Yeah, the blitz coming by North County was picked up perfectly by the fullback there for the Central team. But you saw those defensive ends really keep containing on that outside to keep Marlar in check.
Third down, 6 yards to go. Ball at the 48-yard line, still on the Central side of the field. This drive has been highlighted by a 42-yard run by Daniel Marlar. That coming on 2nd and 16 from their own 2-yard line. That's allowed them to take a couple of more minutes of time off the clock. And North County is really starting to run out now. Still need to overcome 2 scores. And before that, they need to get the ball back. Third down and 6. Park Hills Central looking to convert another one. 3 backs and a single file line right behind Curtois.
And they are in no hurry right now, Glenn.
Absolutely not. 10 seconds on the play clock, and Curtois just standing with his hand on his hips before he gets under center.
He ordered a soda pop from the concession stand.
Down to 2. Well, now he better snap it quick, and I think the plan was just to run it all the way and take a timeout here. Coach Schweiss calls the timeout, and it's 4:16 left to play, 28-13 Central Rebels, and Park Hills is facing a 3rd and 6 from their own 48-yard line. We'll take a 30-second timeout and bring it back on Regional Radio.
When it's time to paint, it's time to visit County Do-It Center. Whatever your painting project requires, they have it all. Their friendly staff can offer helpful, knowledgeable advice and mix custom colors to complement any decorating scheme. The new Do It Best quality paint line is one of the fastest growing private brands in the industry. Their best look paint and primer in one carries a lifetime warranty, so you know they'll stand the test of time beautifully. That's County Do-It Center in Bloomsdale and St. Genevieve.
28-13 our score. It's Park Hills Central over North County in the St. Francis County rivalry game, the Oldham AAA rivalry game between the two schools. It's also a broadcast that's brought to you by Walmart Supercenter in Deloge, Unitech Career Center in Bonne Terre, Goggins Drilling in Park Hills, Barton Service Center in Deloge, Kernan Auto Body, and Huck Chiropractic in Deloge. And Huck Chiropractic will be announcing a bone-cracking play of the game and be giving that to a Central player during this ball game. And I understand that player gets a shirt from Huck Chiropractic as well. That is for the Park Hills side only from Huck Chiropractic. Okay, 3rd down and 6 from the 48-yard line for the Park Hills Central Rebels. Do or die time for North County. They must get the ball back. Under center, it's Curtois. He takes the snap, hands it off to the third man through, and a big hole up to the 40-yard line. He couldn't be gone to the 30, to the 20, and brought down at about the 15-yard line. Derek Mitchell powers his way for a huge gain and possibly put the game away.
Was that a 40-yard run by Mitchell?
Yeah, all the way up, nearly a 40-yard run there from the 48-yard line on the Central side of the field, all the way up to the 14-yard line of North County. And then a flag just came in as the two teams went back and got huddled up. We'll see what that is. And it's a sideline warning against Park Hills Central. So everybody came out onto the field to watch Derek Mitchell run, and can you blame them?
You know, Glenn, I'm really partial to these old MAAA teams. I mean, this is my old conference right here, and I'd like to see all of them get back together and play. This has been a heck of a game.
38-yard run for Derek Mitchell on that last carry. He's carried the ball 18 times tonight. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Play clock down to 10 seconds, and now it's going to be really, really tough for North County to be able to pull off a comeback. They just could not make the necessary stop on 3rd down. Here's a 1st down and 10. Handoff Mitchell. He powers his way straight up the middle. He just hit the line as hard as he could and says, here's where I'm going. You try to stop me. He pushes the file up for a few yards on the carry, getting it close to the 10.
And that's the mentality this Central Rebel team has, too. I mean, these powering running backs, you know what, stop me. If you can stop me, go for it. But here I'm coming at you.
Yeah, they don't get too fancy with it, do they? They just come right at you.
Most of their plays are coming right off center's hip. 2nd
down and 6 from the 10-yard line after that 4-yard carry from Mitchell. The line up in the same formation. 3 backs behind Hunter Curtois. Two tight ends up on the line. Toyce takes his time, bringing his team to the line. Play clock down to 2. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff left side. Derek Mitchell going off tackle to the left side. He'll get it up inside the 10, up near the 5 as the clock continues to melt away like what, Dennis?
Like butter in the microwave.
Like butter in a microwave. Third down coming up. And we've got a timeout in North County. It'll be third down and about 2 yards with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in this ball game. North County basically their last chance here to make a stop and give their offense the football back while they're down 2 scores. If they give up too much more, no chance for the Raiders, and you can almost say that now with just not a whole lot of time left on the clock, Dennis.
No, and they've got their back against the wall. It's going to be a tough row to hoe to stop this powerful running attack because they're just going to clock and pounding it in.
3rd and 3 is what they'll call it from the 7-yard line. We're in the middle of the North County timeout. We also want to thank Campaz Automotive in Bonne Terre, Nash Realty in Park Hills, Greg's Tire and Auto in Bonne Terre, Lady Di's Shamrock Restaurant in Bonne Terre, LaPlante Carpet in Park Hills, Farm Bureau agent Shelley Chapman Royer, Talk of the Town in Bonne Terre, Marlowe's Towing in Bonne Terre, and also in Bonne Terre, Roto Rooter. That's it for the starters tonight. We certainly appreciate them helping to get us on the air on the J98 Game of the Week. We had some crazy situations this week with a lot of games moving up to 5 and 5:30. So right now we've got 3 radio stations listening in to us. AM 800 KREI, Farmington, Park Hills, Deloge, AM 1400 KJFF, Festus, Crystal City, Herculaneum, and of course KTJJ-FM, Farmington, Festus, Crystal City. Back to the line. Here comes Central. 3rd down and 3. Curtois is under center. Comfort split out to the right. Here's a handoff right side, and it's an explosion all the way up to about the 1-yard line. No touchdown, but he gets the first down and moves the chains one more time for the Central Rebels, and this Rebel crowd is absolutely ecstatic.
We have a North County player down, Glenn. I can't tell who exactly it is, but he's still on the ground.
There's a 6-yard carry up to the 1-yard line. I want to say it was Marler on the carry. Now they're going to take a knee. And it was Mitchell on the carry than Marler. Thank you very much. But they're going to take a knee for the North County Raider, who's down on the field. So they'll come out and tend to him. You see Coach McDowell and the officials. No way to see the number right now to figure out which Raider is down at the 2:43 mark in the 4th quarter. But Central Rebels, Dennis, it's looking like they've put this game away. And if they can put this final nail in the coffin with a touchdown, it will, in fact, be over.
You know, I saw something right there, Glenn. Great sportsmanship by the Central Rebels team. As they're on the knee, they all come together and said a little prayer for the injured North County Raider team out there. I mean, that's saying something right there for your team to come together and do something like that.
Well, it's good to see that, especially for the fact that this game has just been so intense all the way through. All the personal foul penalties we've seen kind of shows that, you know, how much this game means to these teams. So it's good to see the Rebels doing that. So North County's injured player is going to walk off under his own accord, and that's going to be number 54, Corey Gideon, the senior offensive and defensive lineman. And he's walking off with a bit of a limp, but he seems to be okay. And as he comes off, some rain starts to fall on the field here at Park Hills Central.
Yeah, the rain's been on and off, but mostly during this game, it's been very minimal rain.
Yeah, not too bad. So Central looks pretty smart in keeping their game time at 7 o'clock. So from 1st and goal, they'll call it the 3-yard line. We've got a stoppage of play before we get ready to go. Now they'll wind the clock. Play clock at 22 seconds. Game clock at 2 minutes and 35. Hunter Curtois at the line is going to milk it all the way down. So we got about 20 seconds before we'll get a play here. 2 backs in the backfield, Mitchell and Holloway. Actually, 3 backs in the backfield. Also Lucas is back there. Under center, Curtois. Curtois hands it off. It's to the right side, taking it across the goal line for a touchdown is Derek Mitchell for the Central Rebels. Good to see that young man push one across and get him rewarded for his hard running tonight. It's his 2nd score of the ball game.
You know, after that long 40-yard run, you almost had it figured that they were going to – they kept handing it to Mitchell. They wanted to finish that drive off with Mitchell getting in the end zone.
He's got touchdown runs of 7 yards and 3 yards tonight. He's also had a 38-yard carry and just a big bruising style of runner. He's, 3 yards here, 4 yards here, 5 yards there, 6, 10. Just matriculating the ball down the field. Comfort on the extra points. Another low line drive kick, but he gets it up and gets it in. 35-13. Central Rebels lead the North County Raiders with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. We're back in 1 minute on regional radio.
Don't let an unfortunate sports injury keep you on the sidelines. Get back in the game with chiropractor and board-certified chiropractic sports physician, Dr. Jeff Huck, at Huck Chiropractic in Deloge. If you've never tried chiropractic care before, you'll be amazed at the results. Dr. Huck would like to wish all of our area teams the best of luck this season. Give Dr. Jeff Huck a call at Huck Chiropractic Life Center at 518-0608. Huck Chiropractic, located on North Deloge Drive, just up from Casey's in Deloge.
The Deloge Walmart Supercenter is a proud sponsor of high school sports. They take this opportunity to wish the best of luck to all the athletes and coaches this school year. Walmart Supercenter of Deloge is very proud of local athletes. Proven records have shown that our athletes have what it takes to succeed, and they put in countless hours of practice and show true dedication to their sport. So the best of luck to all the players and coaches from Walmart Supercenter in Deloge. Save money, live better, Walmart.
Well, a 93-yard drive, 93 yards. The Central Rebels takes more than 6 minutes off the clock. And they have opened up now a 35-13 lead over the North County Raiders. And on the squib kick, how about Buchanan getting down there and roping up his man, trying to get the edge, brings him up to about the 26-yard line. On the return was Tyler Curtis, and he was trying to go east and west, and Buchanan showed his speed getting down there to bring him down.
Yeah, Buchanan was not going to let that man get to the outside of him. Buchanan's like, that's my job. I get to the outside, and that's what his bread and butter's been all day. He shut it down.
This just in from the newsroom. Herculaneum's game against Northwest Academy. They're going to reschedule that game. They'll play it at Monday afternoon at 1 o'clock. So no forfeits either side. Herculaneum and Northwest Academy will play. They'll just do it at Monday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Perryville and Live for Life Academy are doing the same thing. Here's a handoff left side for the North County Raiders. And not much on the carry for Seth Nichols, trying the right side off tackle.
And that young man's had a good game so far. I mean, Nichols, he's put in his time. He's run that ball well for this North County team. It's a bright spot for him.
He had 145 yards at the half, but he's only been able to muster 7 yards since then on 5 carries. So the second half hasn't belonged to him, but in that first half, he was torched in the Central defense. On 2nd down and 9, Compton's going to drop back to pass, fires out and has Warden on the sideline. He's upended, but gets the first down on an 11-yard reception on that curl route. That route's been working for North County, and just they haven't gone to it a whole lot, but when they do it, they're getting first downs. The only time it didn't work is when Warden dropped it.
Yeah, this North County team, when they show a more balanced attack, they've moved the football with great consistency. But when they just get to a one-dimensional running style offense, it's really stalled.
1st down and 10 from the 38-yard line of North County. Raiders likely their last possession with 1:15 left to play. 3 backs in the backfield for Compton. He's going to hand off up the middle. Thompson leaps over a man, Nichols rather, up to about the 40-yard line, gets 2 yards on the carry.
And how Nichols was able to get away from that mob of navy blue jerseys is beyond me. To get that 2 yards, that was a heck of a play by that young man.
He should have lost 2, ended up picking up 2 positive yards on the carry. We're about 50 seconds away from this one being done with. North County Raiders looking to put some points on just for pride purposes at this point. 2 receivers, 1 right, 1 to the left. 3 backs in the backfield. They'll pitch it out. They want Nichols to shine a little bit more in this ball game. He's got the 40, he's got the 35, and drives to about the 49-yard line for a 9-yard carry. Pretty nice run by Nichols.
I tell you what, right there, number 20 for North County, Eric Thompson put a stiff arm on the defender that completely lifted him off the ground. What a heck of a stiff arm by that young man.
We're going to be naming a Yuko Bank player of the game, and for me, I don't think there's any doubt it's between Derek Mitchell and Daniel Marlowe for the Central Rebels. Those 2 guys carried the ball nicely, and then Marlowe even added in a kickoff return for a touchdown and a receiving touchdown. So if you look at purely scoring in this game, you got to give it to Marlowe, but you look at the heart and determination that Mitchell ran with, you could give it to him too, you think?
That's a tough one, but my vote would go for Mitchell. I think just the ground and pound and what the determination factor and just the willpower that young man's put out.
Compton gets blasted as he drops back to pass, but delivers an accurate ball out to Isaiah Smith. He makes the catch at the Central 45-yard line, but with 7 seconds left to play, that's going to be it. That's the final play of the ball game. Final score, Central Rebels 35, North County Raiders 13. And Dennis, I think I'm going to have to disagree with you. I got to go with Marler. He scored 3 touchdowns in the ball game. How can you not give it to him? Reed Lucas is the Hunt Chiropractic bone-crushing play of the game with all of his stops that he was able to make tonight. And you can't argue with that. Hunt Chiropractic came out and announced that just now, but he's going to get him some T-shirt for the way he played on defense tonight.
And deserves it 100% because that young man laid some licks tonight on that defensive linebacker spot.
How many times did we say his name? I mean, he was everywhere. And again, all-state caliber of player. Hunt Chiropractic presents the bone-cracking play of the game to one Central player. And that young man, Reed Lucas, is going to get it tonight. He gets himself a T-shirt. Final score, 35-13. Central Rebels, it was a tight game there for a while, but they pull away late. North County just can't get the ball in the end zone when it mattered in the second half.
You're right. Their offense they moved the ball with good consistency. When they got down into the side of the red zone, they just couldn't punch it in. But I really think the first half, the penalties is what really took them out of this game and got them a little too far behind to come back.
95 yards rushing for Marler. He does not get in the end zone on the ground, but he catches a 43-yard touchdown through the air and also a 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. So 2 scores for Marler on the game. Mitchell also had 2 scores on the ball game. It's tight. Why don't we give it to both of them? The Unico Bank player of the game goes to Derek Mitchell and Daniel Marler tonight, the 2 running backs that were just workhorses tonight for the Central Rebels. How's that sound?
That's a great call. I mean, both of them are well deserving of this award.
And again, that is brought to you by Unico Bank in Potosi and Deloge. We've had some big drives of the game, which were brought to you by ProCare Automotive and Bonne Terre. Of course, all kinds of Crown collisions of the game brought to you by Crown Collision Center. And we want to thank Bill Best, your American Family Insurance agent in Park Hills, for sponsoring our opening kickoff and the starting lineups, which were brought to you by Midwest Convenient Care.